be their ace. And this is going to be Colton Summers, 2.69 earned run average coming in today. He'll get the ball. He's got a 2-1 record in 6 appearances. And for Summers, just 26 innings of work. He struck out 21. He's walked 7. And opponents are hitting just 225 off of him in the season average. So that is the pitching matchup. Let's take a look at our keys to the game as we dig a little bit deeper, probably more on the pitching here, as we look at the Thunder and the Bears inside of our pregame show. It's the Team D keys to the game.
Yeah, start with Bear River, set the tone. They've had a couple games where they've been late arrival to it, not start the scoring frenzy till late in games, had to come back in one, and that is a key for them. Set the tone. A fast start, early start, whether that be defensively or offensively, just get going in the right way early. Grind mode, you're going to have to go into deep at-bats. You're going to have to work Wiley as a pitcher. As the Thunder understaffed with pitching, as they've used a lot of them in the last game, and they're going to have to work the pitch count up on Wiley if they're going to have success. And obviously the green light, I say on the base pass, that'd be a key for the Thunder as they – Is there a team that's going to get out, or the Bears are a team that are going to get out and run, and they're going to be aggressive on the base pass? For the Thunder, it's the heart of the order. We've talked about the 7, 8, 9 hitters quite a bit over the last few days, but today it's about the big guns. It's about Harmon Skeed, Hagen Reed. It's about Cooper Clough. It's about these guys that are the headliners of the Desert Hills order. Next one would be all hands on deck. You mentioned to Devin earlier from the pitching regard, a lot of guys used in the last game, so it's going to have to be an all hands on deck situation. Everybody's going to have to contribute late in this game to scratch across the runs and get the pitches and pitch baseball, because we're running out of pitchers, frankly.
Yeah, no question about it. Appreciate Team D Auto Sales. Get the new keys to your new vehicle, Team D Auto Sales. or 488 East St. George Boulevard. One more thought on that?
Oh, small ball was the last Team D Auto key to the game, as I think the Thunder are going to have to do a little situational stuff. It's not going to be the slugfest that it's been the last couple days. So I think they're going to have to play a little more small ball situational baseball to scratch some runs across the plate.
All right, there you have it. Thank you, Paulie. Let's take a look at our House of Jump starting lineup for you. And there is the lineup for Bear River with, of course, Colton Summers batting for himself. So down at the bottom of the lineup, Isaac Bevan will play second but will not bat. The other change is Talon Marble is going out to center field. Other than that, pretty much what we've seen all week long from Coach Oz and the Bears. Desert Hills, a little bit of a change. Harmon Skeen will play in field at first base. We've seen him just DHing, but he is going to play at first base. They'll put Wilson at third and Wall at catcher. And Kobe Goodman will get the DH, and Briggs Fillmore will probably see, but he will not start. We'd seen Briggs start yesterday and back on Monday for Coach Kevin Cave. Again, Bear River comes in 22-7 on the year. They are the number 5 seed. Thunder coming as the number 4 seed, 20-9 overall. So 4 versus 5. Again, if you missed it, Monday night it was a 5-0 start for Bear River. Desert Hills battles back, ties it 5-5. Then Jace Fillmore hits a 3-run bomb to give Desert Hills their first lead of the game, 8-5. And then we had an hour-and-a-half lightning delay. And when the lightning and the rain passed through, we resumed play. Finished up about 10:40 p.m. Monday night. And Bear River and Desert Hills both scored 1 run for the Thunder and 2 runs for the Bears after the lightning delay. And the Thunder took that 2-run win, but couldn't get it done yesterday against a red-hot Dixie Flyer team. And now these two teams are facing elimination.
Absolutely, as the Ridgeline Riverhawks fell to the Bears 15-8. So this is obviously a team that can score, and we saw the Thunder in that first game be a little stagnant through a lot of the game, and then that late inning home run by Jace Fillmore really gave that spark plug and energy to the Thunder, and they were able to go ahead and take that game. And ran into a buzzsaw a little bit with Dixie last night, obviously one of their better hitting games all season. And this one is going to be really, really fun. I cannot wait as we are stepping into the box and getting ready for some baseball.
Boulevard Home, bringing you our coverage on the Fan Sports Network for over 50 years, making your house more like home. UCCU Credit Union bringing our streaming coverage on KSLSports.com. Junior pitcher Andrew Wiley with the white uniform ready to throw the first pitch of the game. Bears take ball 1. It's Holden Potter. White pants, red tops for the Bears. Nobody rocking the high socks today. Everybody got the pants down.
Yeah.
And that one fought up and out of play, and quickly the count 1-1, Paul.
That's right. And Potter, a .451 hitter with 91 at-bats, 41 hits, 14 RBIs, 8 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run. A great leadoff hitter.
Potter takes a called strike, 1-2 the count. Wiley, low ERA, and again, kind of a bullpen game yesterday with a lot of young guys pitching for Kevin Cave. And Wiley did not want to hit him. Wiley's got 4 or 5 different pitches. The beanball pitch was not the one he wanted there, but he's a little bulldog on the mound. Wanted the ball today, he gets it. Thought maybe we'd see Crew Christensen today. Thought maybe we'd see Jace Fillmore, Hagen Reed. I mean, there's so many different directions Kevin Cave could go. You look at the pitching this year as varsity pitching, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different varsity pitchers have thrown innings compared to only 5 for Bear River. So maybe overall more options for Kevin Cave.
Sure.
And a foul straight back. So a leadoff free pass as he hit Potter. He puts him aboard. And quickly, Talon Marble. Gehrig and Talon Marble, these two guys are cousins. They put on a clinic the first 2 days of offense.
Yeah, as Gehrig leads the team in batting average with a absolutely scorching over 500 average. I'm going to have to check on it. 542 for Gehrig Marble on the season. That is incredible. More than half the times he's up, he's getting a hit.
We found out his nickname, Old Toe. We call him Toe. Toe Marble.
Toe Marble, okay.
Big cut and a swing and a miss from Talon Marble. You almost want to just put these guys on base and don't let them get extra base hits. I mean, one was 4 for 5. The other one was 3 for 4 last night, and they comboed for, I think, 7 RBIs.
Yeah.
As Bear River staved off elimination and knocked out their Region 11 rival, the Ridgeline Riverhawks. And, he hit another guy. So all of a sudden, Wiley in a little bit of trouble.
Wiley a little wild to start, and going to get reined in here a little bit as we got a UD and Associates meeting on the mound. A brief one at that, just kind of a cool down period for Wiley.
Bo Wall. We saw Wilson catch, and then yesterday, Wall caught on Monday. So they kind of rotate that catcher's position.
That's a luxury for Desert Hills to have 2 really good backstops for him.
Yep. Wall behind the dish in this one. Wilson's over at third. Popped it up and out of play off the bat of Toe. And 0-1 the count here. Opening frame of the scheduled 7-inning baseball game. Again, if you're just tuning in, 1 game already final today, 9-7. Timpanogos has won. Park City is out of the 4A championships. Timpanogos will face elimination tonight at 4:30 or later this afternoon, however you want to look at it, depending on what mountain time zone we're in. Snow Canyon awaits. It's your Nets on Fire score update. We'll get you scores from softball going on. Those early wave games had a lot of Region 9 teams in them, and we'll get those for you. And there's a shot. This one's hit pretty well. Out to the 380 sign, and it is going to hit the base of the fence. 1 run is going to come around and score. They're going to hold the other runner at third base. It's going to be an RBI double for guess who, Mr. Marble.
One of the marbles as another one about to step into the box here, as these two have been on a absolute tear since we've gotten up to Salt Lake Community College, as another RBI double for one of the brothers, and the other one steps into the box.
Now, this is Goodlift. That was Garrett.
That was
just
Garrett.
ripped the double. This is Easton Goodlift, the third baseman, the cleanup hitter in the lineup with runners on second and third. And already, just like that, 1-0. Desert Hills has not led first all week. Behind Monday, behind Tuesday, and now again behind on Wednesday. And that not going to score a run, as maybe they would send him, and they do not. So it'll stay 1-0. Here's a look at our Red Rock Real Estate replay. Easy can of corn out there in right field. Look at him load up. He's ready to fire. And they didn't want to test Hagen Reed's arm.
Yeah.
And that's a big out. That's got to feel good for Andrew Wiley.
It must. And obviously Reed out there can uncork a missile, and he did. Straight to Bo Wall. No run there. No play available.
Runner still on second, third for Deegan Rigby. Big swing and a miss. Mentioning Wiley, he's kind of a crafty, a lot of movement. Like I said, 4 or 5 different pitches that he can throw to kind of keep you off guard. He's not going to blow it by you with, velo in the upper 80s. He's going to top out there about 81, 82. But there's the breaking ball that just doesn't quite break enough.
And Deegan Rigby, the senior in the batter's box, leads the Bears with 4 home runs. And he is a absolute tank up there as a big-bodied kid and a guy that can take one out at any time.
A fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Okay, Cedar beat Crimson today in the 4A state softball tournament up at Spanish Fork. 3-0 the final. Ridgeline, the number 1 seed, the favorite to win it all, beat Hurricane 8-0. Tigers of Hurricane held to just 4 hits. Snow Canyon and Payson still tied. We don't have a final score. And Desert Hills just beat Bear River in softball, and that's the baseball matchup we got right now. And Bear River just struck out to end the game. Desert Hills wins 6-2.
Congrats to the Thunder on advancing.
Bear River has been back-to-back-to-back champs, if I'm not mistaken. But Ridgeline is the team to beat this year as the number 1 seed. Desert Hills is the 2 seed.
And we see Wiley getting a little bit of a grip under it now.
Let me correct myself. Bear River won it, then lost to Ridgeline, and then won it. So they've been in the championship game, and they won 2 out of the last 3. That's a little dynasty run. And now Ridgeline. And Desert Hills is the team from the south. And Snow Canyon could be a factor too. But they're tied in a good one with Payson right now. We'll have to keep you posted as those scores continue to go final. Those games are all noon starts. So those games should be wrapping up relatively soon. And that pitch makes it a full count, 3-2.
Rigby also hits for contact. 373 hitter, but really he makes his hay with the RBIs, leads the team with 30, and he's going to be put aboard.
Open base there.
Probably thinking that this is a guy that could potentially take the ball out of the yard, so take some heat off that pitch and just give him the free bag. And now Brooks Drollinger steps into the box.
That is a walk and 2 hit batters, and the bases are loaded full of Bears. And boy, they have been good in this spot up here at this field the last couple of days, coming up with clutch hit after clutch hit. But they get a pop-up off the bat of Wiley, and it is going to be the shortstop going out, Crew Christensen, that will make that catch for out number 2.
And Drollinger there just got completely under that ball, as we see on the replay here. Just a sky-high, towering fly ball. And the Thunder are able to get under that ball for the second out of the inning. And Wiley, after, hitting the first 2 batters, surrendering a hit, it's really kind of settled down a little bit. Still in a high-leverage, high-pressure situation with the bases loaded. We see Wiley tailing away. That's not going to catch the zone.
And already 23 pitches now thrown here in the top of the first inning for the Desert Hills right-handed pitcher.
Well, we said in our Team D auto keys to the game as we see the next pitch.
And that one is roped over. Fillmore at second. A run will score, and the bases stay loaded. It's a 2-0 Bears lead. Take another look at that one on our Red Rock Real Estate replay, Paulie. Good swing here and just found some green grass. And
good extension. Finds the hole between the 2 defenders, and the ball just lays down for him for a bloop single. And now the Bears showing their offensive prowess early in this game, already scratching across 2 runs. And Wiley feeling the heat right now. The pressure's on with the bases still loaded.
And here is Summers. That was Summers with that last one. It was Drollinger that popped up. And so the pitcher helping his own cause with that RBI hit right there, Colton Summers. And now I'm sure they're distant relatives down the line, long-lost cousins playing together, and that one will end the inning. So they do get 2 in the first. And again, like I mentioned, Desert Hills will have to try to come from behind again. They did it on Monday. Can they do it against the same team on a Wednesday? Stay tuned to find out. They'll send the top of the order: Cooper, Clough, Jace, Fillmore, and Hagen Reed to the plate when we come back. Bears lead on the Wilkinson scoreboard by a score of 2-0.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Back here at Cape Field, Salt Lake Community College, and the Desert Hills Thunder trail the Bears 2-0. Paul, Devin hanging out, Stockton, Blake, our whole crew up here all week long. Be interesting by the end of the night to see if we have games tomorrow or not. That means Timpanogos would have to win, or one of these two teams would have to win twice. We could have 1 or 2 on Thursday, or we could have 0. If Snow Canyon and Dixie both win tonight, the championship 3-game series is set, and game 1 will be Friday night. But a lot of things can happen between now and then.
Absolutely. A lot of variables, a lot of things can change between now and then. And one thing's for certain is that both the Flyers and the Warriors have looked extremely impressive throughout our time here at SLCC.
Flyers more so with their bats, Warriors more so with their pitching.
Yeah.
But both effective, as they're the 2 undefeated teams coming into bracket play on a Wednesday. Here is Colton Summers' first pitch of the game to Cooper Clough, called strike at the knees. Strikeouts all game long and all turn along, brought to you by S&S Mechanical. We'll keep the K counter going on both these starting pitchers. And that one's fouled straight back. For the record, Andrew Wiley gives up those 2 runs on 2 hits and did not get a K in that first inning. Got a couple pop-ups and a ground out. These Bear River teams put up some crooked numbers, though. You got to feel pretty good about Wiley just getting out and not giving up any further damage. And Desert Hills now trying to rattle the bats. Leadoff hitter going to lift that one high and back near the backstop, and it's going to get out of play. Another fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Fuel it up. And when you get your car washed, you get 20 cents off per gallon of gas. Nice little savings. So
the offense really wasn't the problem for the Thunder last night. They hit .391 as a team, 6 hits, 6 runs, 9 hits. So it was really it wasn't the offense that was holding them back last night.
They got out slugged, though.
That's right.
And the problem was, I mean, you had sophomore, freshman on the hill last night. And Dixie's experienced batters made them pay, scoring 17 runs and on 18 hits. So they doubled up the Thunder.
They did.
With the offense. Should see a lot more experienced pitching from Desert Hills today. I think once they got behind 9-0 after the first inning, I think the tactical decision from Kevin Cave was like, I'm saving people, right? That's a big mountain to climb up out of. And Cooper Clough has drawn a walk here, and the leadoff man is aboard for the Thunder. He's the lone senior on this team.
Yeah, Cooper Clough, a guy that's the culture guy, the leader, the guy that people follow, the guy that in the locker room everyone loves, and he's kind of the heartbeat of this team. And he starts it off by setting the table very well for his teammates.
Kind of like you, prediction, Paul.
Yeah, thank you.
Guy that everybody loves. And the bender, and a good one from Summers. Fillmore. Stepping back in. Mentioned that 3-run home run he had on Monday night against Bear River. That was certainly our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game for those of you that stayed up on the live stream to watch all that back on Monday night. Bunt, and it's a pretty good one. That'll move the runner over. The only play is to first for out number 1, 1-3. The put out as the pitcher fielded his position and took the only out he had.
But an effective sacrifice by Fillmore, as that was another team Deotto key to the game was situational small ball baseball. Get him on, get him over, get him in. I've been saying that the last few days, and they didn't have to last night. It was kind of got away from them. It was a slugfest. But today, where runs are going to be at a premium, I really do think that strategy should be employed by the Thunder.
Kevin Cave came over as Fillmore went back to the dugout. They were communicating about something. Not sure what. I wish we had somebody mic'd up on that. They had a nice little conversation. I'm sure Coach Cave was maybe even just telling him, hey, good work. You know, you did what we wanted you to do there. Got a runner into scoring position for the 3-hitter Hagen Reed. 8 bombs under his belt this year. And a hot shot to short on 2 hops. And the airmail throw is going to give Desert Hills a run as Cooper Clough is going to round third and score. Now, Hagen Reed tried to advance to second. He's caught in a pickle. He's in a little bit of trouble. And that is going to do it for Reed as he slips down and he is out. That is out number 2. And Reed probably should have just stayed put, let the run score. And now you've got 2 outs. But, hey, E6 on the throw is going to give the Thunder a run, Paul.
Yeah, and it was an aggressive kind of base path by Hagen Reed, but still a run comes in and you're able to cut the deficit to 1. So even though you get the out, you trade an out for a run. This early in the game, you take that trade.
And here's Harmon Skeen, first pitch swinging, and that's a foul ball. Skeen, this is the first time in a long time I've seen him play out in the field because of that arm injury. Now, the thing about putting him at first, he doesn't have to throw the ball too much. His bat has been fine, though. But this time he lifts it into right center field, and this is going to be out number 3, and it is. Sanchez squeezes it. They get they got 1 run on no hits, and nobody left on base. The error and the walk, what led to Desert Hills cutting the lead in half. Bear River, after a full inning, leads Desert Hills on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard 2-1. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegler from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Back at the ballpark, and already we were talking, Paul, about in pregame how Kevin Cave has 17 different pitchers that have pitched varsity innings. He's already making a move. That's it. It'll be Andrew Wilson entering the game. Is this going to be a bullpen game where we're going to see 4 or 5 different pitchers for the Thunder?
Yeah.
And just every inning, maybe Coach Kevin Cave has got a plan there. Wilson has been the closer all year long. Came off a torn labrum last year that shut him down. It was actually, I was joking with him about it. For a portion of last year, he would be in the dugout in a wheelchair right after the surgery, but he wouldn't leave his teammates. So they would wheel him around the dugout and stuff last year. And he had such a good freshman year, and then they got that injury last year. But he has bounced back and has found his groove and has been in 6 games as a pitcher. He's normally your catcher, first base. He can play third base. He started at third in this game. ERA 0, 1-0, the record. And the thing you got to love about Wilson, 12 Ks and only 1 walk in 10 innings pitched. In 10 innings pitched, he's only given up 4 hits this season. And Andrew Wilson's ERA, or opponent's batting average, just 114.
And obviously plays catcher as well, so knows what it's like when the ball is coming down the pike fast and where the locations are. He plays both sides, and so that should give him some extra. I'm sure the synergy between him and Bo Wall is very, very good.
Absolutely, both juniors.
Both catchers, both guys that know the position. Now Wilson on the other side on the mound now, but I still think that is an added benefit for him, being a catcher, knowing the lay of the land.
Here's the afternoon softball games down at Spanish Fork. Ridgeline will play Cedar, Hurricane, and Crimson in the 1-loss bracket. Desert Hills will play the winner of Pace and Snow Canyon. That game is going to extra innings. And Bear River will play the loser of the Pace and Snow Canyon game. All those afternoon games down the road. And first pitch swing and a foul tip into the glove of Bo Wall, strike 1. And Wilson does have that 88, 89, 90 velocity. That's why he's kind of been the closer. Fastball and a little bit behind that. And that one's off the bat of Sanchez for a Fabulous Freddy's foul ball.
But we see MLB teams in the playoffs use starters out of the bullpen. This is a true definition of an all-hands-on-deck situation. So we see Wilson early. I'm sure we're going to see a whole cast of characters from the mound today for the Thunder.
And that one didn't, maybe a snapper that didn't snap. And you look at how many pitches Wiley threw in that first inning, 25. So he's available on 1 day's rest. He can come back tomorrow. You could actually use him this afternoon and throw him again if you'd like to. He only pitched 25 pitches. And, Wilson, again, looking to snap that slider off, and it hung and hit him in the leg. So that becomes now the third Bear River Bear hit by a pitch already. And we've only seen Desert Hills record 3 outs in the game.
And Wilson, maybe those starting jitters, he just needs to settle in a bit. I think that him and Bo Wall are going to get dialed in here going forward, but few pitches behind the batter.
He stays away, challenged him with the fastball, and already here, back to the top of the order and Holden Potter.
Yeah, and it looked like Potter was upset with himself that he missed that. Kind of showed some emotion and was a little upset right after that ball went foul. I think he thought he could have got that ball.
High, 1-1 the count. So Willie on the pitch, Potter at the plate, 1 on, nobody out. Bear River leading Desert Hills 2-1 on our Wilkinson scoreboard. Huge shout out and big thanks to all our great local partners that have been sponsoring the state tournament and baseball all year on the Fan Sports Network, and UCCU, who's KSL's presenting sponsor of the 4A State Basketball Championships on the video stream. Love where you bank. He's Paul Ratliff. I'm Devin Dixon. Stockton Jukes in the booth producing. Blake O'Rulian is out on the camera field level. Wind's picked up a little bit now, probably 15 miles an hour. And a swing and a miss, and Wilson with the K. S&S Mechanical strikeout hanging on the board, Paul.
And he revved up the velocity on that one. Reared back, grabbed an extra gear, as we see on the replay here. Rearing back, surveying, looking it over, and then rearing back and throwing some heat.
I don't know if that was the heater, was it? Looked like he took a little off that one. And slider, and that slider's just not snapping. Wilson mainly slider, fastball, changeup. Does have the curve if he wants to work it in. A lot of people call it a slurve, at least I do, because some guys kind of have a combination pitch depending on where the arm angle is and how they grip the baseball. That's the fastball. And foul tipped, strike 2. You can see he's got a little more velo than Wiley, though,
Yeah.
on the heater. Good look at Wilson, looking at the runner. Willie Jr. Dad played for Dixie State. I believe he was on that 04 national championship team, if I'm not mistaken. Or it was the 01 national championship team. He won the JUCO World Series. A dirty bomb drops off the bat of guess who? Talon Marble. And he's got his first hit of the game. He was hit by a pitch in the first and scored. And he gets aboard. Just didn't hit it well, but hit it well enough to get it out there on some turf.
Yeah. And these Marble brothers are one of the two best tandems in the state.
Cousins.
I'm sorry. As they've, both of them, extremely effective at the plate. As we see Talon get on there. Now Garrick stepping into the box.
Yeah, what do you think of the Thunder Whites with that black lettering, black numbers?
Yeah, I think they're sharp.
Get them dirty. They're trying to get them dirty. You don't get it too dirty on the turf, but you will get some turf marks.
Yeah.
The rubber pellets.
The rubber tire shreds.
Yeah. Ooh, and that fastball behind Toe Marble. And all of a sudden, runners will both move up to second and third now with one out here in the second inning of this scheduled 7-inning baseball game inside the 4A state championships. That's a little alarming. That's not a brushback. That's a brush behind.
Yeah.
And then you rock and fire and throw it right down Broadway. And good bounce back pitch there. And the count quickly now 1-1. 2-1 lead for Bear River. Two more ducks on the pond right now.
For a lethal hitter.
Yep. And a swing and a miss, strike two. Maybe got a foul tip, signaled the umpire behind the dish here. Wilson holding the ball, spinning it in his right hand. Now he puts it in the mitt, sets on the bump. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and this one's lifted foul out of play. Tonight's game brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Go find some green grass and make some putts, rolling some birdies, grab some Bistro 72 food. Call out there, get your tee times, 435-688-1700. Ask for the afternoon radio special. It's just $75 any day of the week after 1 p.m., which is a fantastic value right now in peak golf season in the warm weather of southern Utah. Another foul up and out of play down the third baseline.
And Garrick Marble is 278th in the nation in high school runs batted in, fourth in the state of Utah, number one in the 4A classification.
He can rake.
Yes.
A battle between him and Wilson right now. See if Wilson goes with that fastball and challenges him. He does, and it's fouled straight back, just staying alive. And catching a piece of that was Marble.
And we know this is an accomplished hitter, and it's a guy that's going to be a battle to put away, and I'm sure Andrew Wilson knows that. And Bo Wall communicating that to him, that maybe with a free bag available, this might be a spot where, well, you got 1-2 count, so you're going to go after him, but I wouldn't throw center cut stuff to this guy because he can take a pitch out.
1-2 again. Bear River leads by a run, but two runners out there in scoring position. The delivery, and this one's driven into right field, and this one's going back towards the wall, and it one hops off the fence. I think that'll clear a 2 RBI triple for Toe Marble, and it looked like Hagen Reed thought that one was going out. He kind of stopped and was watching it there, and it ends up one hop on the fence. Clough was shaded the other way a little bit, and that empties the bases, and Bear River's bats picking up right where they left off yesterday. They have the 4-1 lead.
That's right. They're really getting going early in this game, and we talked about setting the tone for them, and they've absolutely done that as the Marble brothers, Goodliff, Potter, all contributing. All the big bats for the Bears have shown up today. And now Wilson in a compromising spot, down 4-1 early in this game, and he's got to do everything he can to keep this number low.
Yeah, already, 18 pitches now.
Yeah.
And that top of the order is so lethal for, teams like Snow Canyon and Dixie, Bear River. We've seen some really, really good hitting up here at Salt Lake Community College. Timpanogos as well. A guy like Luke Livingston and company. Those guys really, really swing the bat. Desert Hills has got some bats too, and they're going to need them because they, again, trail 4-1. But early on here, Wilson going to work on Goodliff. Goodliff flew out to right field. He's 0 for 1 in the game so far. Wilson taking his time, has the pitch from Bowall, the catcher. Willie now rocks, fires, and handcuffed him up high and in. And it's 3-1.
Hitter's count here for Goodliff as he looks to do further damage in this already big inning for the Bears.
Wilson got a strike 2. I think Goodliff thought he maybe missed the zone, but it was just catching the black of the outside part of the plate. The umpire says, stay right here, full count. Payoff pitch coming here. Runner at third, and that's a foul ball straight back. That's the thing about these Bear River bats. They make you use pitches. They get quality. Even when they don't get hits, it feels like quality of bat after quality bat right up and down the lineup, from the top to the middle to the bottom. And now Wilson, the 3-2 pitch again. This is lifted into center field. Clough coming on, and he's going to squeeze it. Tag is coming, and no, they're going to stop sign him. Started to go, and then they said, nah. Probably would have scored it, but didn't want to risk it because there was only 1 out. And now 2 away.
Kind of a hurried throw there from Cooper Clough. It took a couple bounces on the infield. I think you're right, Devin. I think if the runner were to have gone, he would have made it safely.
And you know, maybe the throw's a little different. Maybe Coop had a beat on that they weren't sending him there out of his peripheral, so he just got it in quick. Definitely was up the line and not quite on home plate, but regardless, runner was not going, and now 2 outs and a big old 12-6 bender there. That's some drop to it. And maybe the best breaking ball we've seen from Wilson so far since he's entered this game in the second inning. Throw more sliders. Hadn't thrown that curve too often. Now he's going to come fastball and throws it right past Deegan Rigby, the DH. Strike 2.
We saw Rigby on the mound just a couple days ago, or yesterday it was. As
Wilson he hasn't been in this spot, though. He isn't, we mentioned nobody scored a run on him all year. Another bender just stays in. The first 2 runs given up by Wilson, but you just said it. It's Garrick Marble leading the state in RBIs in 4A classification.
yes.
Great hitter. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him. That's a S&S mechanical strikeout. So Wilson battles back and settles in after giving up that. I think it was a 9-pitch at bat between him and Garrick Marble. And Marble put it into the alleyway for a 2 RBI single. Or triple, 2 RBI triple. And that gives the lead to the Bears. They increase it to 4-1 on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com. Be right back for the bottom of the second. Thunder will send up Wilson, Wall, and Christensen when we return.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah vacationrentals.com.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations. Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
And welcome back, everybody, here to our coverage of the 4A State Championships. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff with you. Presented by The Boulevard by Smart. Buy at The Boulevard for over 50 years, making your house more like home. Colton Summers back out there to pitch here in the bottom of inning number 2, and the Thunder trail 4-1. And Andrew Wilson, who we just saw come in to pitch the second, will lead things off. Willie hitting .292 this year with 17 runs batted in, 2 home runs, 1 double. Got some power from the left side as he takes that for strike 1. Summers holds that mitt, kind of covers his face now, the delivery. And that one's inside, 1-1.
Good eye there by Wilson, as saw that one all the way and laid off. And he's a selective guy, leads the team in walks.
And that's a rope shot right down past the bag at first, but it just was fouled by a couple feet. Wilson was offered by Utah Tech early and had that injury last year, so they're keeping a close eye on him. Salt Lake Community College, D.G. Nelson has offered Willie. Doesn't have to decide till later on, though. Still just a junior. Loves to play. Only sport that Wilson plays. Do have a few multi-sport guys on this Desert Hills team, and I'm sure you do on the Bear River team as well.
Sure.
And Colton Summers ready to go outside. 2-2 the count. Trying to get Wilson to chase that one out of the K-zone.
Wilson, a stout kid, looks like he could play middle linebacker for the Thunder.
Probably could.
Yeah.
Breaking ball doesn't break. Full count. Summers probably didn't want that to break over the heart of the zone. Summers right now has been very efficient. That was just his 18th pitch of the game. And there's a hammered shot, but it's going to be foul. And it's going to go over the bullpen out on the grass berm. Again, the wind kind of knocking it down if you go to right field. Anything oppo here to the left-handed batter, Wilson, would definitely have some wind aid behind it. Here's the payoff pinch again. He lost him. It's high, ball 4. And just like you said, he's been very selective this year. Leads the team in walks. He finds a way to get aboard. And you need base runners right now. That's his dad and coach, Brian Wilson, over there at first base.
And, yeah, that's what you need to get on, and we'll see him get a pinch runner. Wilson will.
I talked to Brian. I said, and I was fascinated by the dynamics of dads coaching their sons. Like, when do you turn dad hat on and coach hat back on, and do you ever turn coach hat or dad hat off? And there's only a lot of different theories and scenarios, and every relationship is different, sure, right? But Brian said, hey, I never really talked too much on game day about situational stuff. Dinner and stuff the night before, we'll go through kind of the plan and what you're thinking, what you're feeling. But game day, he's all business, I'm all business, and I don't get in his way, and he doesn't get in my way, and we just kind of got a job to do. And that's a good approach.
I think every relationship is different between coaches that have their own kids that play. We saw it with Jordan Roberts and Coach Tyler Roberts for the Dixie basketball team this year.
Oh, sure.
And he was a stud, State's all-time leading assist man.
Yep.
But I'm sure that Coach Wilson interacts with Andrew. They have their own relationship outside of baseball, of course, being father-son. But on the diamond, I'm sure it's all business.
They love to go fishing together. I know that. In fact, I think last weekend they were doing a little fishing on an off day. Wilson is heading back out to the bullpen. Looks like he thinks he's coming back into pitch. He wants to go keep that arm loose. This one's lifted high but not deep off the bat of Bo Wall, and coming in and making the catch was Marble. That's Talon Marble out there. And one away.
The Bears playing great defense behind A good pitching effort as well, but I really do think that the defense has been there for him so far, getting to all the spots, ranging over, finding the ball.
By the way, Taylor is in to run for Wilson. That's why Wilson is walking down to the bullpen. Here's the pitch from Colton Summers outside to Crew Christensen. Again, 400 feet to straightaway center field. 380 to the alleyways in right and left center. 335 the short porch in left, and 339 the short porch in right here at Kate Field. Christensen calls time.
Crew does have 3 home runs on the year.
He had a solo shot last night, didn't he? It was a no-doubter.
It's not like it can't happen. The wind is blowing pretty vigorously out there in right center. We can see the American flag waving.
If I'm not mistaken, he hit that off Boston Vest at the end of the game. Was it Vest in the pitch, or was Andreas still in the game? I'm trying to remember if that home run from Crew came in the 6th or the 7th. I thought it was the 7th.
I think Vest. I think you're correct.
And that's a shot down the line. Oh, and it just twists inches foul. Let's see. I got it right here. I just got to turn back a page. Home run was in the... It was off Andreas. It was in the 5th.
Oh, wow, okay. I thought it was later.
Well, you got to remember that game ended 10-run mercy rule, Paul.
Yeah.
So it was off Vest. You're right.
It
You
was.
are right, because he came in the 5th, now that I think about it. That's a shot in the hole, and that's not going to be in time. And Desert Hills has runners on first and second with 1 out.
Something brewing up here, a little rally for the Thunder as they look to, get into this deficit a little bit, down 4-1. But they're really starting to move the line here, and I'd like to see a tough, just not give them anything at bat from Kobe Goodman here.
That is the first hit of the game off of Colton Summers.
Yeah.
And it was actually gloved at shortstop there, but just too deep in the hole. Just didn't have enough time to get it to first. Hey, tactical move. I kind of like this. I was saying during the broadcast yesterday, I mean, Kobe Goodman hits north of 300.
Yeah, 316 on the year.
And now, here he goes. And they need him to stay hot. He came in and pinch hit, and guy had a single last night. And there's a little loop shot, and this is going to hang in the air, and it's caught by Marble. Shoestring catch, and that is a long out off the bat of Goodman. Looked like it was going to drop for a while. Just kind of hung up out in the sky.
It had good exit velocity. It really looked fast coming off the bat, and it hung up just a little bit. Maybe got caught in that wind blowing out to left center.
Replay there from Blake O'Rulian. It was not shoestring high. I thought it was a little lower than that. It was actually above knee high where he caught that, more like waist high. He had a pretty good beat on it, better beat than I did on watching it. 2 on, 2 outs now. Thunder trailing 4-1. We're in the bottom of the second inning, and this is the number 9 hitter, Stokely Tate. Tate hitting .288 this year. Usually we see Tate jump on the first pitch. He did not in this at bat. He takes, but it's strike down the middle.
Tate, just a junior. He'll be back next year, of course, as there's only one senior on this Thunder team. But a guy that gets around quick. 9 doubles on the year, 1 triple.
Yeah, he can fly.
Yeah.
That is rare. I mean, we keep mentioning that only one senior is as a chopper, but it's foul by inches. I don't know if there's another 4A school that can say that. I don't know if there's another school in the state, another baseball program in the state that only has one senior. Very rare to only have one senior.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to these bigger classifications. Maybe that's the case once in a while in a 1A school, even a 2A, but 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, you would think you'd always have 4 or 5 seniors at minimum.
But next year for Coach Cave,
they're going to have 20-some seniors next year.
Yeah.
Just the way it kind of played out.
Coach Cave looking at an embarrassment of riches with experience next year.
Yeah, but you don't want to think about that right now. These young guys believe that they can.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can hang up here all week and they belong. Ultimately, it's going to come down to the pitching for Desert Hills because they got guys that can swing the bat. And that would be a good time for a big timely hit as Stokely Tate throws the bat out at that one a little bit late just to fight it off and live to see another pitch. 2-2 the count. Again, beautiful day. Out up to 75 degrees now. Turf temperature probably a little warmer than that. Almost black cleats. By the way, Wilson's bullpen session down there to stay loose is done. He's walked back to the dugout. So I'm assuming he's going to stay in the game. And a swing and a miss, and it's an S&S mechanical strikeout for Colton Summers. They finally get their first hit of the game, but can't do anything with it. We've played through the bottom of the second inning. Bear River Bears on our Wilkinson scoreboard. They've got the 4-1 lead as Colton Summers puts the K hanging on the board. And we'll be right back on KSLSports.com and, of course, the Fan Sports Network, your home for the 4A State Baseball Championships.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Inspired design. Ultra quiet operation. To you, it's a Bryant Evolution cooling system. To us, it's the ultimate machine.
All set.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
Back to Kate Field, everybody. And mentioned our strikeout by Summers. That was his first of the game. Thunder will go play some defense and do up Drollinger, Summers, and Summers. And appreciate S&S Mechanical. Hey, today's the last day you can get 20% off your AC checkup before the summer heat in St. George. If you book by today, it's only $127, so take advantage of that. SNSairconditioning.com. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, hanging out with you here. Matinee baseball on a Wednesday. And Andrew Wilson is in to pitch for the second inning. They started Wiley. He got through the first, gave up those 2 runs on 3 hits. Wilson gives up 2 runs on 1 swing of the bat, a triple by Garrick Marble. And we'll see if Wilson can get through a frame here for the Thunder and try to get them back up to the plate. Thunder will in the next inning have the top of the order coming back up.
Yeah.
First things first, 1-1 delivery coming from Willie. The right-hander just maybe a bit down low, ball 2.
Wilson showed good composure last inning after putting 2 guys on via the hit by pitch, but he quickly gets it together and gets out of the inning without any further damage, and really like that. I like the resiliency in Wilson and the multi-positions. I just love everything about this utility guy.
Here's the 2-1 pitch outside, 3-1.
You always need that guy on a team that says, hey, we're short here, we need somebody. And that's Andrew Wilson. He's always answering the bell.
Hasn't really pitched a lot until this year. Of course, coming off that labrum we talked about earlier, the surgery last year that shut him down, and there's a pop-up out there in trouble, but Reed comes in and dives and makes the catch.
What a catch by Hagen Reed, just laying out that pink sleeve in full display here on the replay as we see him storming in as right as the ball's off the bat. He's got a read on it. He's got a beat, and the hat flies off, but he's got the ball, and that's all that matters.
Great job by Blake O'Reilly out there on the camera, getting Hagen Reed coming in to make a Mountain Land Supply Defensive Play of the Game nominee. One out here for the Thunder defense. And there's a good start against pitcher on pitcher now. Colton Summers stepping in.
Looking to add some run support for himself in this game. Potentially, if he can get aboard.
Mentioned these two teams' records coming into this game. Desert Hills 20-win season. They're 20-9. 22-7 are the Bears. 4 and 5 seeds. Do you throw the seeds out the window at any point in time in the state tournament now that you're getting down to 5 teams are left as of right now? After this game, there will be 4 teams left with the dream of winning a state championship still at the front of the middle lobe.
That's right. Yeah, I like my tournaments in state baseball like I like my watermelons, seedless. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a hot shot, and it's fair. It's a fair ball. It's going to be a Coral Canyon extra base hit for Colton Summers. He's going to have a double. Stokely Tate had to track it down in the corner.
And now, as we see an emphatic motion to the dugout, and there's going to be a pinch runner for Summers, as he is the pitcher of record today.
Yep.
So he's going to get off the base path and stay fresh in the dugout.
Really nice swing there. Able to pull that one right down the line. The Timberwolves of Timpanogos have re-entered the ballpark. They're going to be playing here at 4:30. It's 3 o'clock. So they're here about an hour and a half early.
Little pre-scout.
Yep. That's the thing. The waiting part is probably hard. It seems like the day flies by for us because we just boom, 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 game, 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 game. But for these players, they probably went and got some lunch, and I don't know if they went home. They are right nearby here, about 20 minutes away from Salt Lake Community College. Or if they just went and had a little team lunch and they're just back to the ballpark. Outside, ball 1. And after that 1-out double, Summers is at second. And, of course, this is Thomas Summers at the plate. And that one breaks way outside. Ball 2-2-0 the count on Thomas Summers.
Thomas Summers' power numbers and slugging numbers. 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, and batting a .258 average.
Wall, after another ball, that's a 3-0 count now, comes out. Just to, I think, buy Wilson a little time.
You could game within the game.
Yeah.
Buying him a little time out there, sees he's struggling a bit. And we see the ump start to hurry the procession up a little bit.
It's funny, both Wall and Wilson are catchers. We haven't seen Wall pitch this year, I don't think.
No, I don't believe so.
We've seen about everybody else on this Desert Hills roster pitch.
Yeah.
But I like that. Yeah, I think Bo Wall, smart there. Buy him some time. Say, hey, we're good. Let's play a little catch here. Let's go after him. This is number 8 guy in the lineup, and he lost him. Did have an open base. But that is ball 4, and so Thomas Summers draws the walk, and now runners on first and second, and still just 1 out. So Bear River a chance to score again, and Wilson, through 1 1/3, has already thrown 41 pitches.
Yeah, they're grind. That was another team Diato key to the game was grind mode for the Bears. As they're going, we knew this Desert Hills pitching staff was a little overwhelmed yesterday, as a lot of runs were put on the board, a lot of guys were used. Now Andrew Wilson being in a utility spot here, doing the best for his team, but the Bears look to take advantage here.
A bunt, it's caught, and they got a double play, throw down to second, and Jace Fillmore takes it and walks it to the bag, and that'll do it for the inning. So an outdoor furniture of St. George, double play, that was big, Paulie.
Yeah, it was. Mountain Supply Defensive Play of the Game nominee as well, as what a play by Bo Wall, the hand-eye coordination, and then whips it to second for the quick double play.
Yeah, Bo Wall barehanded that. He didn't even use the catcher's mitt. And then, you know, sometimes you'll see the runner throwing a third. I mean, that is just great awareness, as he knew that he caught it, went to second, and there was no way Bear River had a chance to get back to that bag, and that'll do it. And finally, Desert Hills gets out of an inning defensively without giving up a run thanks to that double play. We'll take the break. Still 4-1. Bear River leads on the Fan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegma from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate the rink. The rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at the rink.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
Back at the yard on a Wednesday afternoon here at Slick. Cooper Clough, top of the order, coming up for Desert Hills. They trail 4-1. This is the home half of the third inning. So Fillmore and Reed. And now the second time through, it'll be interesting to see what Desert Hills can do. They have stranded a couple runners.
Yeah.
2 left on base in both the first and the second. First pitch swinging for Clough, and that's a fabulous Freddie's foul ball.
Well, Summers through two innings is unscathed, no hit, or 1 hit. He's working a 1-hitter right now.
Yeah, Crew Christensen, that one deep in the hole. The throw was just a little bit late, so it was an infield single.
Oh, okay. I thought they ruled that an E. But
Nope, the throw was there. It was just not in time.
Oh, the Christensen, yes.
Yes, deep in the hole.
Yes.
Holden Potter got to it, but going away from first base just didn't have. And it wasn't like he threw a lazy pass over there at first. It just wasn't there in time. 2-1 quickly the count now to Cooper Clough, and now time called. Preston Norton, our home plate umpire, experienced umpire behind home plate. I've known Big P for a while now. Does a really nice job. Excellent. And there's a breaking ball for a called strike. Clough now 2-2. Clough went yard last night.
Yeah.
Solo shot home run. It was the first of 6 hits in a row, but it wasn't near enough as they still lost to Dixie. This time he strikes out. And they didn't throw to first. They threw it around. It was in the dirt, so they're going to give Cooper Clough first base a strikeout. They were starting to throw it around the horn. Or were they saying it hit him? Now the umpire crew is going to say, did it definitively hit Cooper Clough or not? Maybe on the hand area? Or up in the... Or he thinks he maybe tagged him. Do we have another shot of that? Stockton producing, saying he thought maybe the tag came. We don't have that. So they'll talk things over. For the moment, Cooper Clough thinks he's safe at first base. Regardless, it's a K for Summers. And they're going to leave him at first? Yeah, he signaled, the home plate umpire signaled the safe sign. I don't know if there was a tag or not. That's the question. He is out.
Yeah, there's some deliberation with Coach Cave, and we saw it was I don't know with that play. I thought the tag was applied.
Well, I don't understand what the safe sign the home plate umpire makes.
Didn't see it. The tag.
He didn't see the tag,
But
so he asked for help.
I saw the tag. I thought that it was applied, and the catcher immediately whipped it around the horn.
So it is an out on a strikeout. Now first pitch swinging for Fillmore. Handled over there at third by Goodliff. Easton Goodliff across for the 5-3 putout. Now quickly 2 away.
You went from having nobody on, no outs with 1 on, and a potential to start a big inning to now 2 outs with nobody on.
Yeah, and the season is on the line for Desert Hills. Still a lot of game left here. We're only in the bottom of inning number 3, but they still trailing 4-1. Everything matters. Everything's magnified in an elimination game like this one. The winner of this game will play Dixie tonight. The loser will exit stage left from Salt Lake Community College, and the season will come to an end. Hagen Reed swing and a miss. Every Reed swing, it looks like he wants to go just Yahtzee and send it over the fence. He is a masher. And there it is. High, but is it deep enough? This one's got to go over the wall.
That's
yes, sir.
out.
Way out of here. Fly away baseball. On cue is 9th dinger of the year. It's a Cache Valley Bank home run for Hagen Reed.
And Hagen Reed with that pink sleeve, he's got a little flamboyance to his look and a lot of flair to his game.
Where did that land up on the secondary fence? I couldn't even see how far out of here that landed. That was a moonshot off the bat of Hagen Reed.
And just like that, after we're just talking about the Thunder not able to get much going as far as hits go with just one on the game, pick up a huge hit with a man on for, or not with a man on, with nobody on for a one-run shot solo home run.
What a momentum-grabbing play with 2 outs, and now they'll go for a little rally stop, 2-out rally, and that's ripped off the bat of Harmon Skeen, and he's going to take a big turn but put on the brakes. It's going to be a 2-out single, and now the Thunder are stringing a couple hits together here.
And Harmon Skeen, one of the huge additions to the lineup, obviously dealt with injuries throughout the year, but obviously not being used from the mound, but still an effective hitter for them. 493 average, and that's just going a couple ticks up after that nicely stroked ball.
And now that Cooper Clough call, if they would have ruled him safe, it would have given the Desert Hills another run in hindsight, since Reed went yard. But instead, it's a 4-2 lead for the Bears. Summers trying to regroup a little bit here after back-to-back hits. We did get a final. Payson has beaten Snow Canyon in softball 3-2 in extra innings. That score update brought to you by Nets on Fire. Get off-season basketball training at the Nets on Fire facility for beautiful indoor courts. Learn more at netsonfire.org, building champions on and off the court.
They got some really cool hardwoods.
This one's hit high, but not deep, off the bat of Wilson. And it was a moonshot and finally squeezed for out number 3. 1 run on 2 hits. The solo shot home run highlights the inning. Off the bat of Hagen Reed, Bear River still leads Desert Hills by a score of 4-2. And due up in the order, it'll be the number 1, 2, 3 hitters when we come back. Potter, Talon Marble, and Garrick Marble. And they are oh so dangerous. Stay with us on KSL Sports and the Fan Sports Network.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Back at the ballpark here, Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff. We've got Stockton Jukes, Blake O'Rulian, hanging out with you here on a Wednesday. Game 2 for us. We know the 4:30 matchup coming up this afternoon set. Snow Canyon, Timpanogos. And that'll be a rematch from yesterday where the Warriors won 3-0.
Yeah.
Andrew Lyon had a 4-hit shutout, and then they turned the ball over to Tank Kelly for the final 2 outs of that game.
Yeah, he spun an absolute gem of a game. Andrew Lyon did. I thought it was going to be a complete game, but he was pulled out in the later stages.
Tim Minogas has, is it Riggs that could throw for them today? They kind of pulled him out early on Monday, so he only had to have, I think, 1 day rest, so they could go back to him. Snowcan will probably throw their third starter, I would guess, Jackson Kirby. And it's still Andrew Wilson out there here to pitch in the top of the 4th inning with Bear River leading 4-2. As always, looking to hand out our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game Award. And maybe that home run will spark the thunder in that category. That 2 RBI triple, probably the biggest play of this game for Bear River. Off the bat of Garrick Marble. Also pick a Finley Subaru star of the game, a Jersey Mike sub of the game, and a Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game. And it's not necessarily an award, but if we see an energy play that we love, it's a Scooter's Coffee energy play. I like that
diving catch.
The diving catch from Hagen Reed. I like the Bo Wall double play where he barehanded it.
Yeah.
And then threw it down to second to pick off the runner who had took off towards third.
Wilson, good inning last time out, but now facing the top of the order here. This is where the Bears make their hay offensively as these guys set it up and Garrick Marble knocks them down. So we will see if he's able to navigate through the toughest portion of the Bears lineup.
Big old breaking ball caught over there at third. Briggs Fillmore had to hurry the throw. What a stretch! What a stretch by Harmon Skeen as he dug it out of the dirt. Heck of a play by the first baseman of the Thunder.
And Harmon Skeen been DHing quite a bit since coming back, but shows his chops at first base, digging that out with a great stretch. And for the out for his pitcher, Andrew Wilson.
Any former first baseman out there, they just tipped their cap to Harmon Skeen because he made Briggs Fillmore a happy third baseman right there. And Skeen, the whole first month of the season, he was the starting shortstop. And he's a really good fielder. But with that injury, they haven't been playing him in the field at all. This is the first game in well over a month that he has played defensively and done anything other than DH. And I think it's because it's the throwing arm that's hurt. And at first base, you don't really have to throw the ball very much. Whereas shortstop, you got those deep throws in the hole where you can re-aggravate because they want his bat.
Oh, Skeen's bat is one of the hottest on the team.
Yeah. Wilson behind now 2-0. He takes a little stroll around the park and the mound, and now he's ready to go back to work. And fastball just outside. Ball 3. Trying to paint that outer edge. This is Talon Marble. This is the danger zone for Wilson, and this is the spot where Bear River can usually make hay, and Marble gets aboard. It's a one-out walk.
And now Garrick stepping into the box.
Talon Marble scored twice and is 1 for 1 with hit by a pitch and a walk. And Garrick Marble has a double and a triple and already 3 RBIs today, but he's been stranded at third base twice now. They haven't been able to get him plated.
Talked about it a little bit last time he was up, but in the top 250 in the nation in RBIs at the high school level, number 1 in the 4A classification, and number 4 in the state of Utah. And runs batted in for Garrick Marble.
High, and that is now 6 straight balls thrown from Willie.
Might be time for Bo Wall to take another trot out there.
Here comes Kevin Cave. Going to check on Willie. He's Wilson, this is the longest he's pitched all year. The arm, he's been catching, playing third, playing first. And you take him out now, he's at 55 pitches. You could let him go to under 65, and you'd only have to have, that 2 days rest, right? Or is it 60? Is it under 60 or 65? I'll have to check on it. I can't remember. So I think Wilson's got a few more pitches. If you wanted to go get him, you could. If you that's got to be the plan, right? You'd love to say, okay, we can have him back on Friday or maybe on Saturday. So, and obviously, you could let him go a little longer and still play for Saturday. But the high school rules is if you're 1 to 35, you can come back the next day. 36 to 60, you only have to have 1 day rest. So he's got 5 pitches until that threshold. If he goes 85 or less, 2 days rest. And then if you go over 86 or more, it's full 3 days rest. Those are the structure of the pitching count rules. I think it was 6, 7, 8 years ago they went and adopted that. It's kind of the Little League model as well, as there's a pop-up for an out number 2. Whatever Kevin Cave said, whatever joke he told Willie, must have worked. Got a pop-up.
Yeah, Deuce is a quick pop fly out. Now they got 2.
Which is a big out to get with Garrick Marble swinging as hot as he has.
Absolutely. That's one of the hardest outs in all of the state of Utah to get.
I don't disagree with that statement whatsoever. And there's a good pitch inside part of the plate for a called strike to Easton Goodliff. Goodliff flew out twice. He's 0 for 2. Take strike 1 looking.
Goodliff, although 0 for 2 today, 385 on the season, 22 RBIs, 3 doubles, 3 triples, no home runs.
And he is your number 4 hitter in this lineup, a potent Bear River lineup.
Absolutely.
I mean,
it's seniors, Goodliff, Talon Marble, Garrick Marble.
The batting average for Bear River on the season as a team is 376.
National average, just to put it in perspective, is around 235.
I mean, 376. I think calculating all the hits they had yesterday when they scored 15 runs, I think they raised their team batting average like 10 points from yesterday. I think they were 366 yesterday as a team. In a state tournament and gets good pitching, that is incredible, folks. I don't know how else I can phrase that. I can't undersell that comment. And to put it in perspective, Desert Hills is way above the average as well. They come in today as a team hitting 335.
Yeah.
So even though they lost yesterday and got 10-run rule, they raised their batting average 2 points, even in a loss, because they did have 9 hits yesterday.
And 6 runs.
Yeah. I think they came in yesterday right at 333, and now they're 335, if memory serves me correctly. 2-2 with 2 outs and 1 on. Chopper out there to short. Crew Christensen charges it, gloves it, throws it. Out number 3. So Wilson has come in and settled in on the bump. Another scoreless inning, hang another 0 on the board for the Bears, but they still have the 4-2 lead over Desert Hills here on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com. Be right back.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Back live here at Kate Field Slick, home to the 4A State Baseball Championships. And we are looking at the order of Wall, Christensen, and Goodman. This is the 6, 7, 8 part of the lineup here as we are now into the bottom of inning number 4. Bear River with a 2-run lead, Paulie.
Yeah, Bear River, hot start, two runs in each of the first 2 innings for the Bears, but have cooled off. Wilson really settled in the last 2. Got his feet under him. thought that double play by Bo Wall was one of the key plays in this game because that got him out of a big jam.
Wilson has now thrown 61 pitches. So if you were going to try to keep him under the 65, you probably would go some other direction if you wanted him to be available on just 1 day's rest. Was it 60? 61 to 85. No, so he's exactly 61, so he has to have 2 days rest. So you may as well bring him back out and let him try to get through another inning for you. I was thinking it was 65. The threshold is 60 or under, and then once you hit 61, you go to 85, and then 86 to 115. We just went over that, Devin, and I already forgot it. I haven't forgotten what I had for breakfast. We've had the same breakfast 3 days in a row.
I know.
We got to shake it up tomorrow, don't we?
Maybe so. I've had a fine breakfast sandwich each day, but
Yeah.
I'm sure we could mix it up, maybe a burrito or something.
Paulie calling for the burrito, the breakfast burrito. Outside, and Bo Wall, good, patient AB for big Bo Wall, and he is aboard on a walk as he strolls down to first base.
And now the Thunder with a runner on and a chance to chip into this lead once again. Only able to muster up 3 hits today, but let's see if they can
Well, three
get
out of
going.
the 3 out of the 4 innings so far today, they have got the leadoff guy aboard. So they've
Via the walk, the hit by pitch, or what, or hit, right?
The Thanksgiving table has been set.
That's right.
Quite often, but again, just
the timely.
The only one that scored it was the walk back in the first inning, and Clough scored on that throwing error over to first and came around third and played it. And the third, where they got their other run, it actually was 2 outs when Hagen Reed went yard with his 9th home run of the season. Nine home runs. Hagen Reed, by the way, his power numbers, 1.651 is his OPS. His slugging percentage is over 1,000 as well, 1.013. I mean, those are titanic numbers. As Christensen locked in a little battle, and now 2-1 the count here. Cruz 1 for 1 today. He hit one deep in the hole and beat it out for an infield single.
He had a long fly yesterday, of course, a solo shot. So he has homered at SLCC.
They're going to try to steal a base, and they got him. That throw from Thomas Summers was so perfect that all Bevan had to do was catch it, and it was already tagged before Wall could get there head first slide.
Man, what a play. I mean, we saw Ridge Erickson make this throw. And
Look where the glove was at.
Yeah, it was right where it needed to be.
You cannot throw a better ball from behind the dish. You cannot. It's impossible. That was the perfect throw. We just saw the perfect throw.
The perfect throw, he says. I think it's pretty close to perfect.
Stockton agrees with me. I see him shaking his head up here.
I see him nodding.
You can't throw it any better. Take another look at that throw. Look where the end of this throw. He doesn't move the mitt, and the tag is right in front of the bag. It is sensational. We get the nice camera angle here.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
You can't throw it any better than that.
You can't. And great camera angle by Blake out there.
Yeah, he's outshining you today on the camera work.
He is, but I rebounded for my first 2 games.
Yeah.
I did much better in this game.
Yeah, and there is a ball that gets away, and Christensen is going to take a quick stroll down to the first, take a look, but he's not going anywhere. I was catching up in my book, and I didn't see exactly what happened there. Ball 4, but I think because it got away, I think Christensen was sprinting down there in case it ricocheted away and maybe he could try to go to 2, but not the case. Summers went and got it fairly quick. So it's a walk. That stolen base, what a throw by him. I'm still... That's got to be a Mountain Land Supply defensive top play nominee, and now a pass ball or a wild pitch is going to give Christensen second base. Do you like the Thunder trying to steal a base there and manufacture a runner in a scoring position?
Yes.
At this point in time, after the walk and then a wild pitch, you'd have runners on second and third right now if you hadn't got thrown out. I mean, it was just a perfect throw. So I don't mind the call. You had to make a perfect throw to get Bo Wall. He had a good jump.
I agree. And the aggression needs to be picked up a little bit here from the Thunder on the base pass. Been pretty passive throughout the tournament, it seems, but I would expect to see them try to swipe some more bags going forward here as we are starting to get, not late in this game, but starting towards the middle half.
We are dead halfway through, basically. A third of the way through the fourth, bottom home half of the fourth. Swing and a miss, and Kobe Goodman got a little piece, but into the catcher's mitt for strike one. Goodman 0 for 1. He gave it a right out to center field. It looked like it was going to drop, but a running, knee-high catch, underhand mitt of Talon Marble in center field prevented that. So Goodman trying to get into this one, and he pops it up. Could be hung too high, and in comes Marble from center to make another catch.
Marble extremely rangy out there in center. We've seen him make catches in pretty much left center, right center, dead center. He's been everywhere roaming the outfield for the Bears.
And unfortunately, that just not quite hit deep enough that Christensen could tag up to get into third base to where maybe another wild pitch or a pass ball and he could try to score. So he's still out there at second base. But a base hit, and Desert Hills could inch closer and cut the lead in half. They're down 4-2. We're in the fourth. And that one outside for Stokely Tate, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Thunder, facing Colton Summers. Summers is giving up just 2 runs on 3 hits. Hasn't given a lot of free passes. He's been around the zone all day. He's had good command of his pitches.
Really has. Really good command and control.
And that gets away. And CC is down there to third base.
And this is a potential big run for the Thunder. With 2 outs, man on third, pretty much put anything in the outfield and he scores. So big spot here in the bottom of the fourth.
This game is far from over, it feels like.
Long way to go. Just a 2-run game.
We saw Park City down big and came back and ultimately lost 9-7 at Timpanogos this morning, but lost with the bases loaded on a ground out after a little bit of a questionable check swing call and appeal. Odd way. Park City's coach did not like the way that game ended one bit.
Neither did the Park City faithful.
And a pop-up, and this is, again, out there into right field. Wind blowing it a little bit, but easily gloved for out number 3. So they do leave another one on base. That is now a 6 left on base for the Thunder. And they get no runs on no hits, and they do leave 1 on base, and we go to the top of the 5th, and we come back for Bear River, top of the order. Potter, Marble, and Garrick Marble due up in the inning on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com. Glad you're with us for some 4A championship baseball. Stick around.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee, anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room in the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
Back live, looking at Salt Lake Community College, Cape Field. All turf field here. And it's the Bears still nursing a 2-run lead, 4-2. Deegan Rigby. I got lost. I looked at the lineup in the previous inning. It is Rigby, Drollinger, and Summers due up in the inning. And there's a hit right through the left side, I believe, right off the first pitch swinging for Rigby.
Rigby, a power bat, but that was not a powerful hit. Just a slow roller that dribbles through the hole, and he's on. First man aboard in the inning.
That is the goal. Hit it where they're not, right, Paul?
Exactly.
Pinch runner.
Says 1 out on the scoreboard.
Can't be.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. We just turned over the inning.
So they put a speed-up runner in for Rigby. A little more speed on the base pass. And here is Drollinger. This is Cooper Clough in the pitch. So Andrew Wilson's day is done, and Cooper Clough, the lone senior on this team, is in the pitch. Saw Cooper pitch an inning in the Super Regionals last week as they swept Uinta in a best-of-3 series. And a swing and a miss from Drollinger.
And I think this is who Kevin Cave wants on the mound. Not related at all to technique or skills or anything, but to have your leader, your only senior on the mound with his hand on the ball every pitch.
And that's going to be a foul ball. So Wilson is back to third. Hagen Reed has slid over from right field to center field, and Jax Tolman, the freshman, is now out in right field. Those are your defensive changes with Cooper Clough coming in from center field to pitch now. Clough's got a 2.10 ERA. He's made 5 appearances this year. Clough, 10 innings pitched, giving up 5 runs. 3 were earned, walked 3, and struck out 3. But again, only 10 innings pitched. And there's a hit into left field. And that drops, and now 2 on with nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning.
And Clough, a little bit, showing a little signs of what Andrew Wilson experienced when he first came in, a little jitters. I expect for Clough to get his feet under him here and even out, but not a lot of time in the meanwhile to get your feet under you as we've got 2 runners on with no outs.
3:30 local time. This game didn't start till about 2:15. It was late because of the shootout we had in the early game between Timpanogos, who won over Park City 9-7.
Yeah, third inning alone in that game was almost an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Long rally.
Here's Colton Summers. Very productive day. He is 2 for 2 with an RBI. So he's helping his own cause as he's the starting pitcher for the Bears. And you look at Summers and, you know, he's still out there slinging it. See if they go a different direction. He's only at 63 pitches on the bump so far through 4 innings of work. This is now the 3rd Thunder pitcher in for Kevin Cave, Cooper Clough, the senior. Wilson was behind Wiley. Wiley didn't last that long as Wilson came out to start the second. Wiley only went 1 inning.
It was a true, not a starter, but an opener, as they call it in bullpenning terms.
Wilson gave you 3, though. And that one just down low, 2-1. Now 3-1 the count. That was ball 3. Don't want to walk Summers here.
Yeah.
And load him up with no outs. You'd love a strike, let the defense try to maybe roll one up. And breaking ball doesn't get back over the plate, and so they are loaded up.
So a high leverage situation right out of the gate for Cooper Clough as he looks to work his way out, but now Summers up to bat as well. And an opportunity here for the Bears to put up a crooked number and get some insurance runs in this game.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Hawes of the Bears is thinking, I don't know if 2 runs is enough still.
Yeah. Thunder have shown they're opportunistic, and they're going to make plays offensively, so you always want to pile on more runs, even if you're in front.
Clough gets a foul back, and then a breaking ball and a swing and a foul tip. And that caught Bo Wall, I think, and good home plate umpire buying him a little time.
Now, ahead 0-2 in the count for Clough. I'd like to see if he challenges here, or does he throw some junk, try and get him to chase, but I'd like to see him go after him, get this one out via the strikeout, and then the double plays in play.
Thomas Summers has other ideas. Full count, but he can't find it. Big old sweeping breaking ball. It's an S&S mechanical strikeout for Cooper Clough.
And just what the doctor ordered for the Thunder, as they absolutely needed that, is it looked as if it was starting to be the looks of a big inning, but Cooper Clough, with a nice off-speed pitch, puts away the first out of the inning for the Thunder.
And breaking ball. Strike 1. That hook looking good. Starting to dial that in. Bases loaded here. Thurr is the runner at third. Drollinger's out at second, and Colton Summers is at first base for Sanchez, the right fielder. Sanchez today is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and scored back in the second, though. One of the 4 Bears to score so far in this game. Chopper off his leg, fouled back. And the count now 1-2 on Sanchez. Big spot for this young man here to maybe break this open with the bases loaded, 1 out. Clough wants a ground ball if he can get it, and that one's fought up and out in play. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball. Don't forget your grads and your dads. Coupon books will stay on sale through Father's Day. 30% off. Car wash packs come 10 washes in a pack.
Yeah.
It's a 10-pack, Paulie.
That's right. Father's Day coming up, you know.
You get 3 free, basically. That's how I look at it.
That's right.
As if 30% off doesn't make you want to go get some. One hopper blocked nicely by Bo Wall, who's a wall behind the dish.
That's right.
Have we seen Bo have to go to the backstop yet today?
I don't believe so.
Maybe once.
Maybe.
On a Wilson fastball that got away. With nobody on base, though, I don't think it mattered. 3-2 count. Nowhere to put Sanchez, and he lost him. He's walked in a run. The Bears lead now 5-2.
And Clough still getting his feet under him here as he got that strikeout, and I thought that's an indication that here we go. He's going to start to materialize and work through this inning, whether it be a hit he surrenders, but not a walking in a run. I did not expect that from Cooper Clough, but he looks to rebound here. Resilient kid.
Clough, breaking ball. This one's belted. Stokely Tate, though, has a beat on it. They're going to tag the runner, and it will be 6-2 Bear River on a sac fly RBI off the bat of Potter, the leadoff hitter.
And there's some small ball from the Bears. We talked about that in the Team Diato keys to the game, that this was going to be a game where runs were going to be at a premium, and they capitalized there on the sacrifice fly to bring in another one and bring the score to 5-2 in the top of the fifth.
6-2.
6-2, I'm sorry.
And a 4-run lead is the largest of the game now for Bear River. It was 4-1 until Desert Hills cut it to 4-2 in the third. And now 2 more runs already coming home. This Bear River offense. And again, here you go. The number 2-3 hitters, Talon Marble, and if they can get to him, Garrick Marble on deck. Talon officially today is 1 for 1. And first pitch swinging. It's a fabulous Freddie's foul ball. He was hit by a pitch and scored. He singled and scored, and then he walked and was stranded. So that's why he's just 1 for 1 today, but he's reached all 3 times. And that's what you like from a senior.
Absolutely.
I heard a story about Talon likes to shoot the bow and arrow. You ever shoot a bow and arrow, Paulie?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Not a legit
You're
one.
a city kid. You never shot a bow and arrow.
Oh, my granddad's on a 50-acre farm out in rural Virginia.
Oh, okay.
We would go out there and shoot, not a bow and arrow, but a crossbow. I shot a crossbow.
Sounds like I need to go with you to visit Granddad. Sounds like a fun place to go. And there's a shot. He's going to stay in the park, I think, and Stokely Tate going back near the warning track, and he has it for out number 3. But not before the Bears do get 2 more big runs on just 1 hit, the other one on a sac fly, and they have got a 6-2 lead over Desert Hills. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning when we come back on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com. Do the Thunder have a rally? Stay tuned to find out.
This is Parker. This is Jason with Team D Auto Sales.
Supporting local sports for over 20 years.
That's 2 decades. Come to Team D Auto Sales at 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Or teamdautosales.com.
Yeah!
Team D, Team D.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Stop in and see what's new at Wilkinson's House of Lighting, a proud sponsor of Region 10 Athletics.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
And we're back, everybody. Glad you're with us here. Cape Field, campus of Salt Lake Community College. Every morning we get here about 8, 9 o'clock, get ready, get everything set up. And a lot of mornings there's a motorcycle class going on out in the parking lot. They're getting people like motorcycle permits or licenses or something. And Cooper Clough leading off here, top of the order. He get beaned. Colton Summers got him right in the back.
While that may be not the way you typically want to reach, you either want to get the walk or the hit. A little pain comes with the hit by pitch, but still a free pass given and a man on and the table set for the Thunder here in the bottom of the 5th.
Jace Fillmore, I think, has only seen 3 pitches so far. He's 0 for 2. Or 0 for 1.
See if he can summon that 3-run home run energy he had just a night ago.
He had a sac bunt. I forgot back in the first inning to advance the runner over, and then he grounded out to third. The ground out to third, I think, was on the first pitch swinging. I'm trying to think if the bunt attempt was on his first pitch or his second pitch. I think it was on his second pitch he saw.
I wonder who in this state tournament has had the pound-for-pound longest home run. It's got to be Jace Fillmore or Bartholomew. It's a little kind of a mighty might as well.
I don't know.
It's a good question.
We had 7 home runs hit on the day yesterday.
But I'm talking the smallest dude, littlest dude, pound for pound.
For sure.
Jace Fillmore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And a snap throw, and Clough is back safely at first. Thomas Summers trying to pick him off. He was ranging off that bag a little bit. And Summers' pitch count getting up there to 67 now, and he's thrown 3 consecutive balls. So Fillmore being a little more selective in this plate approach. And he's probably got a take sign on here. as you're down by 4 runs and you want to see a strike, and Colton Summers delivers a strike on cue. 3-1 the count. You see a Russell Wilson jersey on that young kid over there on the berm?
Yes, I saw that earlier.
And there's strike 2. Fillmore thought he walked through the bat, back towards the dugout. Summers needing to dial up 2 strikes, and he does, and now the count full on Fillmore. 1 on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bear River leading 6-2 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Fillmore swinging, lifting it into right, and it's going to be a fly out, caught easily out there by Sanchez.
Launch angle just a little off on that one, got a little bit too under it, but we saw him take one out to left field yesterday, as we see here on the Red Rock Real Estate replay. This ball's given a good ride, but just a little bit too much under it.
Well, because he had thrown back-to-back strikes, that one looked like it was a little up in the zone, but it was close enough that I think Fillmore didn't love that pitch, but he had to swing at it. He didn't want to go down looking. You never do.
Borderline, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have been called either way, of course, so he decides to swing and gives it a good ride, but
I love the 3-1 pitch. That's my favorite. When you've taken one, you've seen one, I like to jump on that 3-1 pitch sometimes. And that one gets away, and Taylor, the pinch runner, is going to be safe down at second base. So, runner in a scoring position. Last inning, they had a runner get to third, but could not score him. This is an elimination game. Winner moves on to play tonight at 7 o'clock against Dixie. And the loser of this game's tournament and state championship hopes are over. They will be out, knocked out of this bracket play. Big old sweeping curve. Falls off the table right over the zone to Hagen Reed. I think Summers remembers the fastball he served up that Reed went moonshot home run. I honestly might make an argument Hagen Reed, his home run went the furthest of everybody, as there's a rip shot down the line, and this is fair. This is going to be an extra base hit as he's digging for 2. The throw is going to be close, but not quite in time. Hagen Reed has a 1-out double, and it scores a run. He picks up a ribby, and the Desert Hills Thunder have cut the lead in half, 6-3. Take another look.
As we see here, just gets almost into the corner, but able to go down the foul line quite a ways, and Hagen Reed off to a hot, scorching start today, and now the Thunder only down 3 runs.
Yeah, Hagen Reed has 2 of the 3 RBIs, the solo shot home run and that hit right there, scoring Taylor, who was pinch running for Cooper Clough, who started the inning with a free pass. And now here is Harmon Skeen. Last time he was up, he ripped one almost the identical same spot that Reed just did inside the bag at third base. Skeen, sophomore, kind of one of the up-and-coming stars in Region 9.
And there's a jolt put into that ball.
And this one's going to be tracked down out there in right field by Sanchez. Hagen Reed will tag from second to third, but 2 away.
Couple long flies this inning for the Thunder. Disappointing that this ball couldn't get down, as off the bat, it sounded, if it wasn't straightaway center, it might have had a chance, but it goes to straightaway and gets knocked down by the wind for another out.
And here is Andrew Wilson. I mean, if you get a key hit here from Willie, you kind of erase the last 2 runs you just gave up, because Reed is down there at third. And breaking ball just outside part of the plate for a called strike. 0-1 the count. 1 on, 2 outs, 6-3. Bear River is leading Desert Hills. We're in the bottom of inning number 5. And breaking ball, and Willie can't find it. 0-2.
One of the most selective hitter on the Desert Hills Thunder, and one of the most in the region all year in Region 9 was Andrew Wilson, and he quickly goes down 0-2. He's got to fight back here.
And here is fastball, and that one's hit, but hit right to the second baseman. Gloves it, throws it, And Wilson hustling down there trying to beat out that throw, but it really didn't have a chance there. 4-3 the put out. And again, the Thunder strand another one out there in scoring position. And that is their 7th left on base. And I think 5 of the 7 have been second or third base in this game. So they've had some missed opportunities. They're still in this game, but Bear River has a 3-run lead, 6-3 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. We'll be right back.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Everyone loves local sports and, of course, loves ice cream. And the best ice cream on the planet is Handel's Homemade Ice Cream. Open late every day of the week with dozens of delicious flavors. So after your favorite team wins, head over to Handel's to celebrate with locations in St. George, Layton, and Woods Cross.
Remember when Down East was all scratch and dent furniture? Your go-to for dorm rooms, kids' rooms, and first homes? Well, the times have changed and Down East has changed with you. Down East is proud to offer our beautiful collection of high-quality furniture designed to elevate your space and make a statement. From stylish sofas and dining tables to cozy bedroom collections. If you're starting fresh or looking to upgrade, Down East has everything you need to create the home you'll love.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Here, as we are live at Cape Field, Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff. Cooper Clough will stay on to pitch here. And first pitch swinging, Garrick Marble lifts that one high. Crew Christensen calling for it. And the shortstop, 25, 30 feet out towards the outfield, makes the catch. Stokely Tate playing pretty deep out there with the power of Marble. And here is Easton Goodliff. So a fly out by Garrick Marble out there to left field. And quickly Clough firing in strike one here to Goodliff. It's the good life if you're Goodliff. From Tremont or Garland, Utah. The Bear River Bear cleanup hitter ready to go to work. 1-1 pitch coming now. And back-to-back balls. It's 2-1. We are going to be here for 2 more after this one. It's always fun, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because we get quadruple headers here for the first 3 days. Then it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight. We'll know what the schedule will be for tomorrow. There's a chance we'll have 1, 2, or 0 games, but we'll have to wait and see. Then, of course, the 3-game championship series will start Friday night at 7 o'clock. And there's a walk given up by Clough, and Goodliff is aboard with the base on balls. Goodliff with 1 out and 1 on. Again, temperatures about 75 degrees today here along the Wasatch Front. Wasatch Mountains behind us, Eau Claire Mountains in front of us here. And that's a hot shot. It goes blocked by Wilson at third. It scoots away from him. He'll go track it down relatively quickly. And don't know if we could see that again. Yeah, but block, but then it kind of like ate him up off the knee area or something. That's that hot corner for a reason. I think they'll probably score that a hit. Don't you, Paul?
Yeah, that was a sharply hit ball, and I think that's got to be a hit. That can't be on the fielder. I think that was just too scorched.
Take one more look at that replay again, and let's see what Stockton thinks. Kind of at third there. I don't know if you could see it. It's kind of towards the end of the replay. We didn't pick it up off the bat. I'm going to score a hit. And that is the 8th hit of the game for Bear River. And the The score here at the field is agreeing with me, and they've given him a hit. No error. Have to ask Willie what how he would score that, but right now there's a swing, and that is going to be flared, and it is Stokely Tate on a dead run, diving catch. His hat came off, and he made the catch, coming in hard.
Mountain Land Supply Defensive Play of the Game nominee Stokely Tate. Where you at, brother? And I see you.
He's playing a little bit deeper, not as deep as he was against Marble out there.
Long run, though. Long run, and still a great shot here by Blake as he makes the diving catch.
2 away here. We're in the top of the 6th. Bear River up 6-3. Got 2 in the first. They added 2 more in the second. 2 more back in the 5th. And there's a throw that gets into center field, but because he had slid head first, Goodliff isn't going anywhere. Third pitcher of the day is Cooper Clough, the senior. The only senior. And if you haven't been with us all week long and just joined our simulcast, we were talking about that earlier, how rare it is to only have one senior at a 4A classification school. I don't think there's another team in all of 4A that only has one senior on the roster. Desert Hills would be the only one.
Yeah.
I don't even think I need to fact check that. If I'm wrong, somebody call me out. At Paul Ratliff on Twitter.
That's right.
At PredictionP953. What is your Twitter handle? I forget.
PredictionP_FSN for the Fan Sports Network.
Ah.
Yeah.
I know I follow you, but I don't have it memorized. You haven't been very active.
I'm not active
lately.
No.
And a
I should
pop-up,
be.
but this is going to be Christensen from short that has the best angle, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So Cooper Clough a lot better in his second inning than his first inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. And we go to the bottom home half of the 6th inning. Desert Hills is chasing a 6-3 deficit when we come back on the Fan and KSLSports.com.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Or maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool? Well, Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Plan your perfect getaway or staycation. Visit St. George, Utah, vacationrentals.com.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Big Bo Wall ready to lead things off for the Thunder. Appreciate some of our great sponsors. Wilkinson's, Down East Furniture, Cache Valley Bank, our home run sponsor. We had the one home run so far today. That was off the bat of Hagen Reed. He's got 2 of the 3 RBIs for the Thunder. And Bo Wall takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Appreciate Finley Subaru, Scooters Coffee, The Rink, skatetherink.com, Handles Homemade Ice Cream, City of St. George Rec Center, Intermountain Sports Performance, all great sponsors of today's telecast. And quickly now the count 1-1 to Bo. Bo knows what he needs to do right now, and that's find a way to get aboard. He checks his swing. They appeal to first. They said he went. They say he went there.
Bo showing a little Little bristle at that from the umpire, but he's right back in the box ready to go.
Usually if you break the front of home plate is when they will assuredly say you offered at it. We don't have the privy of the side camera replay to check where exactly that was comparative to the plate. But the first base umpire has the best viewpoint, a lot better than we do right behind the bump, or even the home plate umpire, P. Norton, has. And that's a slider that's way outside. 3-2 the count now, as we are working our way into the latter stages of this game. And Desert Hills needs to rally, or they are going to be out. Bear River trying to keep this cushion. And a swing and a miss there. And maybe that slider is the pitch that Summers will go back to. Something going down and away. 3-2 pitch coming. Bo Wall. Ready to go. Here's the windup and the delivery. And this one is hit well into center field. And this is going to get down. This is going to drop in front of everybody. Bo's going to keep trucking. He's going to try to stretch this into a double, and he does.
And then I see the emphatic motion back to the dugout as they're fired up as Bo Wall with an extra base that wasn't supposed to be, really. It was deep, but not quite deep enough for a double. But the speed, he was going 2 all the way.
They were playing him shaded way to left, though. And he hit it into, just out there right center field, but more center field than right field. And that was the widest spot. That was the most green turf he had. And so it hung up in the air a long time. And I knew by the angles of the two outfielders that neither one was going to get to that. And there's the trajectory over to third, the throw across the diamond, and Crew Christensen grounds out for out number 1.
Thunder down now to 5 outs left, and the Bears on the other end just 5 outs away from staying alive. Thunder got to fight for their lives here, all hands on deck pitching-wise, but now every at-bat becomes critical. Every pitch, every ball, every strike, as we are in crunch time now.
Approaching 4 o'clock here. This scheduled 7-inning baseball game presented by the Boulevard. Buy smart. Buy at the Boulevard. High. And ball 1 to Kobe Goodman. Stokely Tate is on deck next. This is the number 8 and 9 hitters in the Thunder lineup. For skipper Kevin Cave, who played baseball at what West Coast Conference University, Paulie? That's the trivia question of the day.
Okay.
West Coast Conference.
WCC.
Yes. And by the way, did you see the news? Grand Canyon is going to the West Coast Conference and going to be leaving the Western Athletic WAC. That's a huge loss for the WAC.
Huge loss for the WAC, but it fits as Grand Canyon, for large stretches of the year last year, was undefeated in hoops.
And they're trying to go compete with now St. Mary's and Gonzaga. I haven't read the details. I just saw it come across my socials this morning. Just got at a glance. So I don't know all the details yet. We've been on air most of the day, but check it out. See what you think. Send me a tweet. Since we're throwing out Twitter handles, huh, Paulie?
Yeah.
At Dev Dixon on Twitterverse, Instagram. Facebook.com/Devin Dixon Show if you follow our show on the Fan Sports Network, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. 2-2 the count here on Kobe Goodman. Big spot for the junior. He's hit the ball hard, but he's lined out to center twice to Marble. He's 0 for 2, and that one missing down low, and the count again goes full. But Wall worked full count before the double. And you're down to your last 5 outs, and you're chasing 3 to tie, 4 to take the lead here for Desert Hills, who is the home team in this game. And Goodman is fired up as that one low as well, and Kobe Goodman is aboard.
And that's That's exactly what the doctor prescribed for the Thunder. Is they just need base runners, and then they need one timely hit. And let's see who's going to deliver that for them. As like you said, 5 outs away, time is dwindling. There's not much sand left in that hourglass for the Thunder.
Yeah, and you got to take advantage. I got 2 on with 1 out. Summers' pitch count is getting up there, guys. He's now at 92 pitches.
And he's empty the tank mode right now.
He can go 115 and then finish the batter as long as he starts the batter below 115 or at 115. And now time called. And Tate will step back in. Stokely Tate, who was 0 for 2 on the day today. And he takes a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Tate, though, on the season has been very productive for a number 9 hitter in the lineup, which is where he has been most of the year. He is hitting at a 288 clip. It's a good number for your number 9 hitter, and he's just a junior. Of course, he'd like it north of 300. Everybody wants to hit over 300. And that one gets away, and everybody is going to move up. That was a slider that just wasn't squoze in the mid, down and away, and Thomas Summers saw that one slip through the wickets. How are they going to score that one? Wild pitch or a pass ball, Paul?
I'd say it was low. I'm going to say wild pitch there.
Wild pitch it is, okay. Yeah, I mean, he was right on it and just couldn't get to it. Off the tip of the mitt, it looked like. I agree. So runners at second and third with 1 out here. And the tying run is at the plate in Stokely Tate. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that one's ripped off the glove of third, and everybody's going to have to stay put because a great block over there on the hot corner by Easton Goodliff, but everybody is safe, and now you're back to the top of the order with the bases full and 1 out for Cooper Clough.
Now this is the senior moment. We've seen him on the mound, contributing, mowing through innings for the Thunder, but now is his chance at the plate to make a profound impact, more than he already has, on this game.
And now long
pace of play.
There's the pitch, and he beamed Cooper Clough right in the back, and Clough took it. Cooper Clough, that breaking ball had no break to it, got him.
And we're starting to see Summers maybe a little bit of fatigue here, and I think they're going to come get him.
RBI on a bases loaded hit by pitch. And it is a 6-4 ball game now, guys. And somebody coming in out of the bullpen, we presume, and still a very, very tough spot for whoever they decide to give the baseball to, Paulie. The bases are full with 1 out.
Yeah, these high leverage situations in the playoffs is a different animal. We've seen guys rise to it and succumb to the pressure. We'll see how the Bears' new reliever comes in and handles this tough spot late in this game in the top of the 7th.
So Wall has scored. Bo is home.
Bottom of the 6th, I'm sorry.
He got that double. Yeah, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're going to take a break for a pitching change. We'll tell you all about the new Bears pitcher when we come back on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
This is Parker. This is Jason with Team D Auto Sales.
Supporting local sports for over 20 years.
That's 2 decades. Come to Team D Auto Sales at 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Or TeamDAutoSales.com. Yeah! Team D, Team D.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room in the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Easton Higgs in the pitch for the Bear River Bears as we're in the bottom of the sixth inning. It's a 6-4 game. And I would love to give you some statistics on Higgs, but we don't have any, Paul. I'm sure he's pitched a lot in JV this year, but he has not pitched in a varsity game. This is his debut here in the state tournament with the bases loaded. How about the spot for this young man?
Yeah, this is you talk about the pressure and the leverage and all the things that are going on right now with the bases loaded for the Thunder and a dangerous batter up to the plate. This is a big spot, and if they can maneuver through this, I think they might be able to close this one down, but this is by far the biggest sequence in this game.
No, I agree with you. Intense moments for Bears fans, intense moments now for everybody, including Thunder fans, because are you on the edge of your seat right here? I mean, this is an elimination game. We're in the latter stages. Bases loaded, one out, and you're giving the ball to a guy that hasn't thrown a varsity pitch, is according to our statistics here. Crew Christensen is going down to the bullpen right now.
So we thought with his scintillating performance just yesterday that he would definitely be called upon again. I thought he would be the starter today. Didn't get the start. They decided to go the bullpen route.
Well, it's all hands on deck at this point in time for both these coaching staffs of Bear River and Desert Hills.
Just get to tomorrow.
First pitch to Jace Fillmore. Philly had that big moment Monday night against Bear River where he hit a 3-run home run that ultimately was the difference in a win or a loss as they went on to win that game 9-7. Outside, ball 1 to Fillmore. Philly, junior. Jace this year hitting .311, 8 doubles, 1 home run. That came Monday, first of the season. I've seen him crush a golf ball a lot. He plays on the D Hills golf team. But that was the first home run I've seen Jace hit all season or his whole career. Now our home plate umpire is giving a warning to the Desert Hills dugout, maybe for too much chatter or something. Yeah. It's tense down there. Both these teams want to play tonight at 7 and get a shot at the Dixie Flyers. Hicks. Strike 2. Good pitch there. Got some velo, doesn't he, Paulie?
Yeah, absolutely. Comes off with a lot of velocity.
Higgs is a right-handed pitcher, 2-2 count. And outside, 3-2, full count. Here we go. The stage is set. Big moment here. Nowhere to put Jace Fillmore. By the way, Higgs is a sophomore. He's just a sophomore. Payoff pitch. And Fillmore lifts it and might be in trouble, and it is going to be caught. They're going to tag. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. The relay's not going to be in time, and it's a 1-run game, 6-5.
Wow. We talked all about small ball in the pregame, and the Thunder performed masterfully in that aspect of the game. The sack flies, the bunting guys over. It's really been strategic baseball from Coach Cave and the Thunder.
6-5, Bear River has the lead. Hagen Reed steps in. A home run, a solo shot back in the third, a double in the fifth for an RBI. Having himself a nice day at the plate. Will it continue in a big spot? Still runners at first and second with 2 outs now. And Reed first pitch swinging, and it's lifted into right. Sanchez should be able to get to it on a run, and he does. Sanchez tracks it down, and that'll do it for the inning. So Bear River now can go to work in the top of the 7th, try to get some insurance runs right back. They still have the lead, 6-5 on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. What a play and right. And the Thunder do get a little closer. Stay with us for the finish.
Transform your outdoor space with The Awning Company, St. George's top choice for awnings and outdoor enhancements. We specialize in making your backyard your favorite room of the house. With customizable options for every budget, from small projects to complete backyard remodels, we do it all. Experience superior craftsmanship, high-quality materials, and personalized service that sets us apart. For a limited time, enjoy 25% off in-stock kitchen components. Visit us at 735 South Bluff or go to theawningco.com.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and escape The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Guys, as we welcome everybody, our viewers, our radio audience back here to Cape Field, presented on the stream, KSL Sports by UCCU, Love Where You Bank, and on the radio side by Boulevard Home. This is the second close game. We had a bases-loaded situation this morning, obviously finished in the afternoon. Timpanogos winning 9-7, but Park City had them loaded up before a ground out ended that game. And we just had kind of that similar moment where they got a sac fly with 6-5, and then a great play by Sanchez to track that ball down, has kept the lead at 1 run. The Thunder obviously still have 3 outs to work with, but they've got to make sure they keep it a 1-run game to have a chance to maybe walk this thing off. Bears got to be thinking insurance here.
Absolutely, as they'll try and get the table set here, but Cooper Clough showing some good stuff early, ahead in the count 0-2, and an opportunity for a strikeout, S&S Mechanical strikeout here. But not to be.
So you got Thomas Summers, Sanchez, and then back to Holden Potter in the top of the order. So 8, 9, and 1 batters in the lineup. Desert Hills in the bottom of the 7th will have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters up. It'll be Skeen, Wilson, and Wall. 1-2 the count. Summers inked that one foul. Fabulous Freddy's foul ball.
And I think if you're Coach Kevin Cave, Skeen, Wilson, and Wall is the exact trio you want to see coming up after how they've played today. So I think that's a good trio in the bottom half, but first things first, got to keep it at 6-5 right now.
Just a reminder, we'll pick the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game when this one's over. Another foul ball up and out of play. We'll also name the Finley Subaru Star of the game. You're looking for a new car. They've got the Forester, the Outback, interest rates as low as 2.69. They got leases on the EV that Subaru makes. It's called the Solterra. Go take a test drive as low as $399 a month, OAC. This one is ripped. On a bead, going back, Hagen Reed jumps high and makes a leaping grab going towards the fence in deep center field.
Mountland Supply defensive play of the game. Nominee there as he leaps up. Vertical is high for Hagen Reed as he makes the play there.
Cooper Clough working on the bump with 1 out, and here is Sanchez. Sanchez just made a great play and right. Now he's got to go to work at the plate. Called strike at the knees. Cooper Clough is ahead in the count. Thunder pitcher, senior, rocks, high leg kick. Bender stays back on it, and that is gloved off of the turf for out number 2 by the shortstop, Crew Christensen. What a play by CC.
It was. I thought that ball was going to get down, but Crew, agile, works to the ball immediately as he sees it come off the bat for the catch and the put away. 2 outs in the inning now.
So a line out to center and a line out to short and a bender to Holden Potter is yanked foul. Strike one. Potter today officially 0 for 2. He did take a beanball back in the first and scored the first run of the game. And there's a flare to right. Fillmore going back, can't get to it. Jax Tolman will stop it right behind Fillmore. Fillmore was the closer of the 2-2 at going out from second base, and it's a 2-out hit by Potter. That is his first hit of the day.
And started up. The rally stop 2-out rally begins for the Bears once again. Only up 1 run. They're looking to add some insurance. And what a better way than a bloop single to get on and get it started.
And here is Talon Kelly. And this is going to be a tough out. But first pitch swinging, he pops him up. That's big. Is out there in left. Stokely Tate has made the catch, and now the table is set. Desert Hills needs 1 run to tie in forced extra innings. They need 2 runs or more to walk it off and win it. Winner of this game plays Dixie tonight at 7. The loser, the season comes to an end. It's going to be a bittersweet moment for one of these 2 schools. We'll see how it finishes when we come back on KSLSports.com and the Fan Sports Network.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Own property and want to rent it? Then you need the right team with 11 years of local experience, a staff of over 25 employees, and a 4.9 Google rating. Aim to maximize your rental income and find quality tenants while keeping turnover low to increase your revenue and truly maintain your property. Learn more at redrockpropertymanagement.com.
Well, this is the moment you dream about. This is the moment you think about. As a defensive player, you want to make that big out or you get that big strikeout. As a hitter, you dream about this scenario inside the state championships, and the stage is set, Paulie. It's a 6-5 game. Game is in limbo.
Yeah, the fans of both the Bears and the Thunder are feeling some sweaty palms right now as this is a tense moment. Only a 1-run game in the bottom of the 7th.
And Higgs is the sophomore pitcher that stays out to pitch in the 7th. It's a fastball right on the edge for strike 1 to Harmon Skeen. Skeen today has been good. He popped up to short and is singled and grounded out. He's 1 for 3, and there's a chopper to short, and Potter loses it, but grabs it, transfers, and still gets him at first base. Ooh, the bobble made Bear fans nervous, but it's 6-3 on the ground out.
What a stretch, too, as Garrick Marble made the stretch there that was beautiful over there. Full extension and makes the play. That did not look like a play that was going to be made after the bobble.
It didn't go far away, though.
Yeah.
And because Skeen hit it pretty hard, he had a little bit of time to still go get it, but he had to throw a perfect. And sometimes you can rush that throw. That's the scary thing, but he didn't. And there's a shot up the middle, and the tying run is aboard off the bat of Willie. Andrew Wilson has ripped that past the pitcher and the second baseman into center field, and Desert Hills has a little one-out life here, and Bo Wall will step in.
Wilson, not a guy that swings at the first pitch often, more of a take a few, evaluate, see where the pitcher's at, where his location is, but he was swinging all the way there first pitch. Drives it up the middle, and the Thunder have their much-needed base runner with 1 out, 1 on.
Wilson's going to come to the dugout, and he's going to high-five everybody. after that single. Bo Wall has been great today, 1 for 2 officially. He doubled his last at bat, though, so he's seeing it well. And Big Bo ready to go. Taylor's the pinch runner at first base. Higgs, the sophomore pitcher for the Bears. And it's a swing and a drive, and it's hit well. And Marble's got an angle on. He's going back, and it gets over his head. Here comes Taylor. He's going to turn third. Coach Kevin Cave is waving him home. And this throw is cut off, and we are tied. Bo Wall, a double again and an RBI to tie this game. And the winning run is Bo at second base.
Oh, my gosh. What a shot that was. Bo Wall has had an amazing game today, and he just adds to the theatrics of this game with his RBI double there. And now we look at the big scoreboard in the center field at Kate Field, and it is tied up 6-6.
How big has Bo Wall been today with 2 doubles? And Wilson has set the table with that single up the middle, and they have tied this game. And Higgs, the sophomore, has got to regroup. This game is not over. Bear River has got to find a way to get an out here. You don't want to give up another double. This game will be over. Bo Wall has good speed at second base. Even a single here could give you the win.
I think anything in the outfield is what the Thunder need.
And Crew Christensen tied him up there, and it's a slow roller foul down the first base line.
Bo has definitely turned up the octane in the engine. He is flying around those bases on that foul ball. He was already almost around third, so he's excited. He knows that he's running on contact.
Crew Christensen this year is a .289 hitter. 3 home runs. 1 triple, 3 doubles.
The drama intensifies. Man, this has been a game.
Desert Hills as a team has got 23 home runs. And there is a pitch that just missed.
Good framing effort as well, but still not able to get the call there.
Tense moments here. Man, the angle on that Bo Wall double that Talon Marble had, it must have just been inches over his mitt because he took the direct line. And this is a pop-up, hit to Marble in center field. Wall is going to go back to the bag, and it's out number 2. And that is a big, big out by Higgs, the sophomore pitcher.
Yeah, it is. To get that fly ball, induce that because he was on the ropes a little bit, allowing back-to-back hits. But now, with it back in his favor with 2 outs, just needs one more pop-up, ground ball, strikeout, and we are headed to extra innings.
They are playing pretty straight up here. A little bit of a hole between first and second for the left-handed hitter, Kobe Goodman, who's went to center field a couple times today and lined out. He's 0 for 2. And the first pitch is strike.
Has he walked? He walked today, didn't he?
Yeah, he walked in his last at bat and got stranded at third when the bases were loaded.
That's right.
Oh, 1 pitch coming. Easton Higgs high on the heater. 1-1 the count. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and we haven't settled anything. It's a 4A state baseball classic. One thing we haven't seen in the first 9 games that have already been played here over the last couple of days is an extra inning game. We have not seen that. And we might see our first because this is hit high into left, and it is caught. And we're going to play some bonus baseball for you here at the yard at Slick as Bo Wall, RBI double, has knotted this game up. Extras, which in one loss side of the bracket, more pitches. How many more pitches are coming? We'll see. Stay tuned. Bonus baseball on KSLSports.com and your home of Region 9 baseball in St. George, the Fan Sports Network.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Did you know that it costs less to maintain your equipment than to repair it? Yet 90% of breakdowns are caused by system neglect. Give your heating, cooling, and plumbing the care they deserve. For all your air conditioning and plumbing needs, turn to the experts.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, And we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cache Valley Bank. Mountains await. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Yes, indeed. You are looking live shot at Salt Lake Community College. And for the first time in the 4A State Baseball Tournament on this field here in bracket play, we are playing extra innings. And it is Cooper Clough that stays out to pitch for Desert Hills. And he has been good in relief. Wilson was good. Andrew Wiley started this game, went 1 inning. Wilson worked a couple, and now Clough out there, and a foul ball. This is Paulie's all-tournament team and all-name team, Garrick Marble. He loves the name Garrick. Garrick today is 2 for 4. And he tied him up inside that breaking ball, and that's the infield fly handled by Wilson, who comes over from third base. Good play, 1 away. Marble, not an easy out, so that's got to feel good for the senior Cooper Clough. Garrick had 3 RBIs and 2 hits already today. Tense moments here for both these teams, huh, Paul?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the Thunder fans elated they got it to extra innings, but probably disappointed they didn't walk it off. Bears fans ecstatic that Higgs was able to get a couple pop-ups there with a runner in scoring position at second base and just give their offense, which is so deadly, a chance to win it here. And that one's going to be ripped through the left side. It's a 1-out hit for Easton Goodliff.
Goodliff, good-looking hit there as he gets through the hole and between the shortstop and third baseman. And that hot corner's been hot today. A lot of shots down that line.
No question. And here's the pitch to Deegan Rigby, and that is ripped through the left side. So back-to-back singles and 2 on with 1 out, and a little something brewing right now. Just tweet it, buddy. Trying to let everybody know, extra inning baseball here, multitasking in the press box. Glad you're watching, glad you're listening. UCCU Credit Union and the Boulevard Home, our title sponsors of state championship baseball in the 8th. Top half, here's Cooper Clough. And a good pitch for a called strike. This is Drollinger, the left fielder, on the day today. He is 1 for 4. Clough, spinner, down and away. 1-1 the count. Goodliff and Rigby, back-to-back singles there at first and second. Haven't settled a thing. Whew. Neither team wants to go home. They want to play on. The dream of a state championship will end for one team and will stay alive for another team.
Thought the clock had struck midnight on the Thunder, but what a valiant comeback. And now it's kind of like in hockey when the team scores a goal in regulation, forces overtime. Which team do you think is hotter going into overtime? Kind of worried that the Thunder maybe have stolen the momentum from the Bears here. Obviously, baseball, a totally different game than football, hockey, anything else, but momentum is momentum, and they've got it right now.
Beautiful breaking ball for a strike from Clough. Another spinner, and that went away, and the count is full. 3-2 to Drollinger. Summers is on deck. We'll see him next, assuming there's not a double play ball. And it got away. And everybody's going to move up a bag, which they would have done on the ball 4 anyway. But nobody going to try to stretch that and score. As Bo Wall went and got it, and Cooper Clough was covering it home. And here comes Kevin Cave out of the Thunder dugout. You know, Clough is thrown 59 pitches now. So he is under the threshold, so you go get him here, I think, and you've got him later in the week if you get to that point. And I think with the bases loaded and 1 out, he might be tiring. So this is a spot where you can make a change if you're Kevin Cave, and you can go to Hagen Reed, you can go to Crew Christensen, you can go to Jace Fillmore. You've got a lot of options here, or you can stay with Cooper Clough, your senior.
Yeah.
And just use him up and say, hey, it's Wednesday. We don't care about having him available on a Friday. We're going to keep him out there. I mean, he's not your everyday pitcher. I mean, coming into tonight, he's only thrown 10 innings the entire year.
Yeah.
And he's your only senior. You want him in this spot to work out of trouble. He needs a ground ball here.
He does.
And Colton Summers is at the plate. And Colton Summers is 2 for 3. He's been swinging a red-hot bat for the Bear River Bears. And he continues to swing a hot bat, but it's just fouled by about 10 or 12 feet. Just a little too far out in front of that off-speed pitch. Sit back a second longer, and that could have been huge for Bear River's offense. Starting to get a little bit of a glare on our camera. The sun right now is causing little fits with our main camera, so apologize to our viewers, but in the middle of extra innings, don't have time to move the camera right now. If it continues, we'll get it moved before the 4:30 game, which is not going to start at 4:30 because it's 4:34. That next game, who knows what time is going to start. Depends on the length of this game. I can tell you it won't start before at least 5:15 or 5:30 at this point in time, which is going to push the 7 o'clock game back as well, you got to imagine. It's interesting, Monday after 4 games, we didn't leave because of the lightning delay till we would leave the park at 11:15 or something. A chopper, and it's a foul ball.
Yeah, 11:20.
Yeah. Last night, because of the mercy rule, 10-run rule, we were out of the park by 9:15.
Yeah.
Or so.
Contrasting styles depending on the day.
Tonight might be a long one again, boys.
Yeah, it could be. It's on pace for right now.
Stockton's dog's getting hungry. He's got to get back by midnight to feed his dog. Chopper to short, backhanded by Crew. Crew will go to Wilson at third, get the force, but the run will score, and Bear River is back in front. Here 7-6 on a fielder's choice. An RBI hit there by Summers does the trick, and that's what you want. When you're the visitor, you want to put pressure on the home team, and they've done it with plating a run here in the top of the 8th inning.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they put the pressure squarely back on the Desert Hills Thunder as they take the lead, albeit a marginal lead, but still a lead, and that's all you need to win by is 1 in baseball. So,
and the windup and a breaking ball, and this one's ripped into left field, and this one's going to get down. They're going to wave the runner, and it's going to be a 2-run lead now as it's an RBI hit there for Mr. Thomas Summers.
And there's some more insurance. Thomas Summers puts one down the line, and what an incredible piece of hitting there. As Cooper Clough may be a little fatigued, he doesn't pitch often. He shows a little frustration there. But, what a valiant effort it was from him. But that was just a great piece of hitting.
And Kevin Cave left his senior out there. He has to go get him now. You got to stop the bleeding here with 1 out away from getting out of this inning. They've given up a 2-run lead. After tying it in the 7th, Cooper Clough is going to jog back out to center field. Jax Tolman probably going to come off or move to the infield. And Hagen Reed is going to go back to right field. And we've got a pitching change, and it is Crew Christensen that will come into pitch. We'll talk about that when we come back on KSL and the Fan Sports Network.
This is Parker
This is Jason,
with Team D Auto Sales.
supporting local sports for over 20 years.
That's 2 decades. Come to Team D Auto Sales at 488 East St. George Boulevard.
Or TeamDAutoSales.com. Yeah! Team D, Team D.
Athletes, now is the time to build explosive strength, power, speed, and agility when you join Intermountain Sports Performance through our Season of Speed Holiday Special. Call 435-251-2299 to instantly save $100 on our 8-week training program. Must purchase by December 31st.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
In the new pitcher for the Desert Hills Thunder, as we welcome you back, is Crew Christensen. Crew Christensen pitched Monday and was great, and he starts things off with a hit batter. He hits the number 9 batter in the lineup, Sanchez, and now here comes the top of the Murderers Row Bears lineup and Holden Potter. And you got runners on first and second with 2 outs, and the Bears have an 8-6 lead. Potter is spelling something into the turf, something of sentimental value or something.
Yeah, I like that move.
Yeah,
a little scribbling in the dirt. Not sure what he was writing, but obviously does it before every at bat, I'd assume.
And here's the windup and the pitch from Christensen. A
little high and away.
8-6 game, 2-0 the count. You know, and even the junior Crew Christensen has to have some nerves.
Yeah.
Big old sweeper that's going to stay high in the zone. And another ball from Christensen. So he's yet to throw a strike in 4 pitches. Hit batter on the first pitch and now 3 straight balls. And he needs one here, and he doesn't get it. Bases are loaded. And that will walk in a run with the bases juiced. And it's a 9-6 lead for Bear River now. In the top of the 8th inning. And we saw the Thunder chasing 1, tie it. But chasing 3 now makes things a lot more difficult, Paulie. You really, really are in trouble. And now you have to face Talon Marble. And then you got to face Garrick Marble if he gets on board. So this is a very tough situation for the Thunder.
Yes.
And the Bears fans are feeling a survive and advance moment here. Christensen's got to try to close the door. There's a strike finally after 6 straight balls.
And each Thunder pitcher that's entered from the bullpen has had a little acclimation period where they've had to get their feet under them, but this one is in the most critical moment, of course.
And this one hammered into center field. Clough coming in, and he dives and makes the catch. And that does prove to be helpful if you can somehow tie it or win it, because if that drops, you're scoring another 2 runs. Instead, the table is set, and Desert Hills knows they need 3 to tie, 4 to walk it off here, going to the bottom of the 8th inning on KSLSports.com, the Fan Sports Network. Again, 9-6, Bears lead the Thunder on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Stay with us, everybody.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 200 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now by visiting redrockrealestate.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
When it comes to your child's teeth, Dr. Cody and his experienced staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry are game changers. So when it comes to checkups, a toothache, or any problem with your kid's teeth, call experienced veteran Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, 628-0511.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And it is Higgs, Easton Higgs, that will stay on the pitch, the sophomore pitcher. What a moment for him. He's in line to get the win now. He just needs 3 defensive outs in an elimination game in his first ever varsity pitching performance of his young career. Probably just barely turned 16, got his driver's license, and the excitement when you get your driver's license, this will top that, I'm sure, if he's able to get 3 outs here.
Absolutely.
Won't be too easy, though. You've got Tate, who hits it over 300, and then you got top of the order in Clough and Fillmore, and then Reed is in the hole here. And quickly, Higgs throws 2 pitches, both outside, and it's quickly 2 balls and no strikes now on Stokely Tate. And there's a fastball that's outside as well, or maybe down low, I couldn't tell. Big Pete Norton behind the dish. I can't see the zone as good because he's a big guy. Been a well-officiated game today, in my opinion. Fair zone, consistent all day. And that one high, and Tate a 4-pitch walk. So we saw Clough give up a hit batter and a walk there in the top half. And that's the thing with Desert Hills and Bear River. Both these teams are a little bit out of pitching, right? Like your aces, you've already used your top couple guys up on Monday and Tuesday to get to this point.
Yeah.
And you look, there's no tomorrow if you lose this game. So you can't really be thinking we're going to save anybody.
Yeah, no.
But you do have a plan because you're planning on winning this game. But sometimes you have to throw that out the window at some point in time.
Yeah. I mean, I think you got to let the situation dictate it. You can't plan on winning it. Whatever.
A shot to third, the relay, and it's a 5-4 double play. Oh, Cooper Clough hit a rocket, but right to third base. Easton Goodliff fired it over to Potter, and he transferred it over to Marble. And that is humongous, and now the Bears are 1 out away from winning this game.
I mean, just a momentum grabber for the Bears as I thought the Thunder had taken it back a little bit after tying it in that late inning rally, but now obviously the Bears go up 3 runs and then have that double play ball. Could be the nail in the coffin for the Thunder.
Double play brought to you by Patio Furniture St. George. Get the outdoor patio furniture you've been dreaming of. 1522 East Gateway Drive in their new location. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And they're down to their last 2 strikes and the final out. And it's Jace Fillmore, the junior second baseman, that steps in, the number 2 hitter in the Thunder lineup. Higgs hit him. Higgs hit him on the left shoulder. And now you do have to bat to Hagen Reed. And you've got the 2 home run leaders on this Thunder team at the plate here, your 3-4 hitters. So this is still a dicey situation because if Reed can reach, Skeen would come up and represent the tying run. Right now, the mentality for Higgs has to be Reed doesn't matter. You go get him, right? You try to go get him.
Yeah. You go after him here. Still got a 3-run lead with only a potential of 2 runs being scored even with a home run. So you go after him, I think.
High, ball 1. Hagen Reed hit his 9th homer of the season, a solo shot back in the 3rd inning of this game already today. Hagen is 2 for 4 today, Paulie. And he has got that bomb under his belt. And he's just a junior, too. He'll be back. And a slow walk back, buying some time here for Summers. Catchers just take a beating, don't they?
Yeah.
Again, we've seen P. Norton do that a couple times today. It's a good It's a good blue right there. Here comes the 2-0 pitch, and he's taking, and that one catches the inside part of the K-zone, top half of it as well. If you had the strike zone like you do when you're watching big league games, that would have been just right in the corner, the top inside part, but I think it was in the zone, just barely. And that one missing. So 3-1 the count. That one outside, downstairs. Do you turn Hagen Reed loose here? You need to bring the tie and run to the plate, but obviously you'd love to let him swing it. And he does, and he lifts it high. I don't think it's enough to get out of the park, though. The wind is just letting it hang, and it's on the track, and it's caught. And Bear River has won it. Oh, he put it just a little too high on the angle of the bat. He just missed the fat part of the barrel. Oh, my goodness, what a game. Bear River survives and advances by a final score of 9-6. They will play Dixie. We haven't seen that matchup up here at Salt Lake Community College, and we'll get it tonight. We saw it in the regular season, but not in this field, in this situation. And obviously, we'll talk more about that matchup. Congratulations to the Desert Hills Thunder on a great season. We say goodbye to Cooper Clough. Heck of a career, buddy. Fun to watch him play. The only senior on this team, but the rest of these guys will be back. And boy, oh boy, we can talk about that a little bit as well in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show, because they have a lot of talent, and they will be back for another run next year, rest assured. All right, the final again, 9-6 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Quick break, and we're right back here to wrap this thing up.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile Scooter's Coffee. Open 7 days a week.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
We are Utah's financial outfitter, and we're here when it's time for your business to climb higher. Cass Valley Bank, mountains away. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Well, it's a final 9-6, and Desert Hills has exited the 4A state baseball tournament. And we are down to 4 teams remaining. Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff with you here. And postgame brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Timpanogos is here. They are alive. This Bear River Bears team, they are alive. The 5 seed. They are the highest seed left. And then you got the 1 and 2 seeds, Dixie and Snow Canyon. In the next game will be Timpanogos and Snow Canyon. And if Snow Canyon wins, they're straight to Friday's state championship series. If Timpanogos wins, they'll turn around and play again tomorrow. Same matchup. That is the scenario here. Dixie now will play Bear River probably about 8 o'clock tonight, depending on the length of this next game, because we're a little bit behind schedule after extra innings as Bear River. What a win for the Bears. Looked like they were going to lose it there as Desert Hills ties it, forced extras, and then the Bears get 3 huge runs in the top of the 8th inning, and they go on to get the final 3 outs they needed.
Some nerves from the Bears on that last long drive that was given a long ride out to the warning track, but they do make the catch, and then pure jubilation. The dugout storms the field, obviously, and a 5 seed. You know, like you said, lowest seed still remaining, and I've been really impressed with Region 11. I know we cover Region 9 pretty thoroughly down there being in St. George, but seeing these teams that I hadn't seen before, there's some offensive juggernauts in Region 11, and I've been really impressed.
I have been too, man. And look, you get to this point in time, and the brackets almost went chalk to this point in time.
Yeah.
This has been a really well-seeded tournament by the Utah High School Activities Association and the RPI system. I haven't always said that, but I'm saying that for this baseball bracket. I think it's been very fair. And that was a great baseball game. We've seen two great baseball games today, 9-7 and 9-6 games that weren't decided until extra innings or the bottom of the seventh, top of the seventh inning. And so we've got maybe two more exciting ones on tap for you. Again, appreciate Dr. Cody and the staff at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. They always have the new patient special. Kids are out of school here in a week or two. Get your summer schedule put together, and that includes a trip to get your teeth cleaned at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. The exam, the x-rays, and the teeth cleaning, one low price for new patients, just $79. We got some awards to hand out. First, as we do always in our post-game show, let's get you some final stats brought to you by Down East Furniture. The big Memorial Day sale starts next week and goes for about really through the end of May, and it's their biggest sale of the year. Store-wide savings across the board on all home, and they've got bigger discounts on up to 70% on select items. They've got their swim line that's 40% off. They got a women's boutique at the St. George location, 245 North Red Cliffs Drive, and of course a bunch of statewide locations for Down East Furniture. You look at the box in this one: 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for Bear River, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Desert Hills, and Potter goes 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies and a run scored. Marble goes 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Garrick Marble 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Goodliff 1 for 4. And how about Deegan Rigby 3 for 4? Unbelievable performance there. Drollinger had a hit. Colton Summers gets the job done at the plate and a great pitching performance. He was the starter in this game. He doesn't get the win, but 2 and 4 and 2 ribbies and a run scored there for him as well. He goes 5 1/3, gives up 5 runs, 4 were earned, walked 5, struck out 2. Easton Higgs comes in 2 2/3 of work. How about the sophomore? Gives up just 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, walked 1, and that was it in 29 pitches. Higgs was great. He was not intimidated in the game.
Yeah, I think so.
Easton Higgs. Go get it Mike's Way at a Utah Jersey Mike's, or any Jersey Mike's for that matter. Pitching for the Thunder, Wiley goes 1 inning, gives up 2 runs. Wilson goes 3 innings, gives up 3 hits and 2 runs. And then Clough came in and goes 3 2/3, and then Christensen came in and got that final out there. Who's the Findlay Subaru star of the game after some Down East Furniture statistics?
I'm going to go with my guy, Garrick Marble. 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. He put a long drive in the ball I thought was headed out of this park. Played a good defensive game as well. I'm going to go Garrick Marble.
Okay, Garrick Marble is your Findlay Subaru star of the game. Go get the keys to new Subaru, the Outback, the Forester, any of the great models. They've got leases on the EV Solterra. If you just need something to run around town, you're tired of filling up expensive gas and fuel prices, go check out the EV Solterra, as low as $399 a month on a lease on approved credit. We've got a couple of another award. How about the let's go to the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game, Paulie.
I'm going to go on the other side of the diamond to the Desert Hills Thunder. I still think that double play ball by Bo Wall where he barehanded it, the hand-eye coordination, I'm going to go that for the Mountain Land Supply defensive play of the game.
Okay, there you go. That was the Mountain Land defensive play of the game. What about the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game?
Oh, Playmaker play of the game. We'll go with,
I think it's got to be in the 8th.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be that big hit by Deegan Rigby, or one of those big hits there to set the table. I would probably go with Rigby.
I like Rigby.
Or the 2 RBI hit by Summers, Thomas Summers. I think the number, your catcher, the 8th hitter in your lineup, he had the 2 RBI hit in the 8th. I think that's probably the bigger one.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I meant to say Summers. So, big stuff for the Bears, the Big Bad Bears. Can they keep the run through the one-loss side of the bracket going? We'll find out tonight. They'll be back in action at 7 o'clock. How about a Scooters Coffee Energy play of the game? There was that double play by Bo Wall where he barehanded it, and then.
Well, that was our Mount Land Supply defensive play.
Oh, yeah, that's what you said. That's right. You and I are getting tired of hearing each other talk at this point in time. Neither of us are retaining what the other one's saying.
That's right. We're getting a little bit of that.
Oh my goodness!
But AWP play.
How about one of those diving? How about the diving catch by Sanchez, Hagan Reed with Bo Wall at second? If Sanchez doesn't catch that, it's probably a walk-off. They probably try to score Bo Wall there at the end of the seventh inning. Let's go with that catch out there in right field as our energy play of the game, brought to you by Scooters Coffee in Hurricane. All right, appreciate Boulevard Home bringing our coverage, UCCU Credit Union for bringing you the streaming coverage. We're going to take a break. We got to get lineups. We got to turn it around. We're going to go back on the Fan Sports Network to regular programming for about 15, 20 minutes, and then we'll be back on with pregame of the next game. That's Snow Canyon and Timpanogos right here on KSLSports.com as well as on the Fan Sports Network. Again, the final, Bear River. They'll play again tonight against Dixie at 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock actually at this point in time because we're running behind schedule after they win it 9-6 in extra innings over Desert Hills. Again, congratulations for a great run to Coach Kevin Cave and the Thunder. We'll be back. See you in a few.